2, 1.
Yo, 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 it's the Xbox Ghost Kaleidoscope. Back in this motherfucker again with the DirectX show, minus the fraud. All right, this is like the big E3 wrap up. Know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm going to chime in for the first time. I know everybody here on the podcast has actually chimed in multiple times concerning E3. But then, of course, there's been some other situations popping off in in the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of people with mental issues, but we'll get into that much later. We'll get into that much later. You know what I'm saying? With the people with mental problems on YouTube. But as far as the show, man, the E3 was fucking phenomenal. But I'm gonna introduce the panel real quick, yo. Mr. Intro Media himself. All right, Mr. 100. Introduce yourself.
What's up, you guys? This is 100. You know what I'm saying? About the, we know we didn't do it yesterday, but we had, we got lives over here, and my ass been ripping and running since what was that Saturday, Sunday? You know what I'm saying? With E3 and all this shit. So man, we gonna give y'all real perspective for real gamers.
Hell yeah, man. 100 was our inside man this year. You know what I'm saying? And he was out there on the lookout for any of these fucking frauds that be perpetrating on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now, with me today, we also got E-Rock 8150. All right, now, yo, E-Rock, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, this is E-Rock 8150, the Don King of Xbox, and the hype man for the Xbox brand. Check me out at Twitter. It's E-Rock 8150, and now I'm actually an actual slave owner, but we'll get into that later. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about.
Oh, hell yeah. That's concerning the people with mental issues on YouTube, people. Just to be honest. All right. Now, also with us, we got one of the most powerful gamers on the planet. I mean, the guy that's actually, you could say he's fucking probably crap gamer's fucking brother from another mother or some shit, man, because he's a pony leg breaker, all right? This motherfucker be smashing them fools. All right. We got Hebot, the most powerful gamer. Yo, introduce yourself.
Hey, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, back again with my brothers on the Direct X minus the you know what, and we're gonna talk because Collider hasn't had really good time to chime in, and it's good to see to finally hear what his perspectives are. We got a couple of other people, I guess, that are supposed to join us, and also I'm supposed to be on K Mega's podcast a little later, so hopefully I'll be able to put some good input of my own here with different fellas like usual before I head out. But it's good to be here, Collider. Thanks.
Great, yo. And first of all, I'm gonna start off with shout outs, yo. Shout outs to the Xbox community, that actually went to the E3 besides 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People like,
Yes.
Megatron, all right, Southbound, Tim Dog, you know what I'm saying? They went
Yes.
down, they wanted to represent, and they
The
held down
infamous-
fort, all right? And if you're not following any of those cats, you need to do that shit, bro. Word up, man, because these people know what the fuck they talking about, man. They usually get the inside scoop.
Scoopy.
Now, as far as E3 though, I saw that first Microsoft press conference. I mean, I had seen some stuff from EA Play, obviously, the day before. You know what I'm saying? Where they showed the stuff for Madden, which was awesome. I mean, I haven't picked up a Madden title in forever, all right, since forever. But this one had a story mode, you know what I'm saying? And the last time I got excited for an EA game like that was Fight Night. You know what I'm saying? That Fight Night and shit, the last one that came out that had that story mode,
Fight
that
Night
shit was
Champions.
fucking epic. Yeah, that shit was sick as fuck, man. When I saw this shit for the Madden, I was like, wow, that looks like a day one for me. That looks like a day one for me, yo. Now, I was fucking pumped up with that. Of course, Star Wars was dope. You know what I'm saying? But it was EA. We already knew more or less what they was bringing to the table. But then the next day was the Microsoft conference. That shit fucking, oh my gosh, yo. I mean, how can I word this, man? The way they opened it up and Phil came out on stage and showed off Forza Motorsport 7. You know what I'm saying? And then after he showed off Forza Motorsport 7, they had it running at 4K 60 frames per second. And yet, you see a lot of these ponies and a lot of these fucking frauds in the media stating that the Xbox One X can't do 4K 60 frames per second. But these guys just showed you the game on stage running at 4K 60 frames per second. But yet they're still running with that narrative that it can't do it. I was like, good Lord, man. I mean, did anybody pick apart Sony shit when they released all their games on the Pro?
They should have.
They really should have, man, because that shit is underpowered like a motherfucker, man. I mean, that was trippy, though. It was trippy, but still, they showed off that demo, and then Phil comes out on stage. He's like, you know what? This is the most games we've ever showed on stage. There's going to be 42 games, and 22 of these games are going to be exclusive. All right? And then, of course, they show the presentation. It was all incredible, but I'm going to go on a little tangent real quick. People started bitching about the shit that said console launch exclusive. They call, well, if it says console launch, that means it's coming to the PlayStation. No, stupid. All right? This is what the fuck it means. All right? They're 22 exclusives. All right? By it being a console launch exclusive, it just means that the person that's bringing it over to the Xbox One, they're bringing it to Xbox One first. There's no deal in place to Sony. Now, if they ever choose to bring it to Sony, well, then that's fine and dandy. But if they choose not to, which is understandable because some of those games are actually using the Xbox One X's assets. All right, so if you're going to try to bring those over to the PS4 Pro, which is actually a step down, it's going to be a pain in the ass for a lot of these devs. More or less like all those Japanese games that are on the PS4. Why are they on the PS4? Because the PS4 is easier to program for. It was easier for them to achieve a 1080p resolution, while the Xbox One S is easier to achieve that 4K resolution. All right, so you're going to see developers actually, how do you call it? Flip-flopping. All right, they're actually going to be flip-flopping between consoles. All right, because before it was easy on PlayStation, but now guess what? It's way easier on the Xbox One X. All right, and developers are gravitating towards that, and they're enjoying what they're seeing, especially with all the secrets that's abounding in Japan. You know, with all those deals that Bill signed. All right, that we're going to see, I guess, within the next year or so, right? Because he's not showing anything now because he says it's still too early. All right, which I totally agree with him 100%. Now, before I finish chiming in on the rest of my E3, though, I want to hear some things from 100 because 100 was on the show floor. All right, and he was actually out there representing and holding it down for Intro Media Gaming. Yo, 100, what was your experience with E3?
Man, I put it this way: it was out of all the years I've been there, this is my first E3. Shout out to my man Southbound and Tim Dog and Delilah HD, Lady Infamous, Killer All Day.
Hell yeah.
Megatron, Xbox Junkie. And man, we was, like I said, it was that.
Your Xbox Addict was out there as well?
Yeah, but Xbox Addict couldn't get in. I didn't know Xbox Addict was in a wheelchair, but they took care of that. They took care of him. He got some good stuff that happened to him, but the stuff was like it was surreal because you meet people for the first time, but it felt like you already knew them forever.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew them forever. It wasn't like this person is suspect and stuff like that. And we had a ball, like I said, we had a ball. Microsoft did the thing. They know how to throw a party. The experience was, hey, we're gonna treat your fans like what I came from, and when I got told from them is they want to support like people that supports Xbox to the fullest. I know people from years and I don't give them no hug. When I was around them, I'm getting hugs. Like I ain't the little emotional type. You know what I'm saying? There's people I just saw for the first time. Like, damn, like that's how I feel. Right. And we was looking out for each other, shit, you need this and you need that, man, shit. But we was all game. We was playing games. Like, I mean, it was the indies looked good. Like, wow. I'm like, damn. When you saw the dev kit, like, damn, that's the dev kit I saw on TV. A lot of people don't experience that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that's the dev kit. That they had a Forza set up like a car. Like you like in a car, it moved just like a car.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Lady got in that motherfucker. I wasn't even gonna get in the line to get that shit. They had Forza. Yeah, there's some pictures now. I'm gonna try to get pictures from everybody. I'm gonna make a my time. Lady got in that motherfucker driving. They actually had an award. Trying to get an award. When I say Microsoft is classy, y'all know Plinko. Y'all watch The Price is Right. They got Plinko. Yeah. They did Plinko. One guy won an Xbox, a Lancer.
Damn.
Off of playing Plinko. They were throwing. I mean, they fed us.
They
you know,
gotta do shit.
it wasn't an open bar. They did it to me. That was classy for people.
Right.
I'm like,
That's
damn.
nice, bro.
I don't, you know, so it's that street that Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
Watch out. That shit ran like nothing. Ran, and it was an early build. It was an early. Everything I
Wow.
played, it was an early build.
And they look beautiful, huh?
Madden looked like 17, but they didn't hit the bells and whistles. That build, they didn't have no.
Oh shit! So they just had an early build for Madden, and it looked like last year's edition.
Yeah, it looked like last year's, with a little gloss
Oh,
on it.
shit.
With a little gloss. A little gloss on it, but it ran.
And the bells and whistles still ain't on there. Damn, yo, it's a
No,
beast.
they can actually hit a button because it was on the dev kit. So some certain buttons that they have can up frame rate and stuff like that.
Damn.
So, and the dev kit has more than is in the X. Has more RAM and shit that's in the X.
Okay.
So you can actually hit it. So he was like, he was like, man, if it wasn't too many people that wanted to play, if when I first got in, I said I wanted to see it, they would have did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would have played with the bells and whistles. But I mean, talking about like even Xbox, like say you want to take a picture, you get an Xbox app. I take it. It's like you didn't like they were catering to you, even though they had security, like it was like I was the president of the United States around this motherfucking shit. They had. When I'm talking about security, I'm talking about security. They had security around. I'm talking about black and white suits. I'm like, man, there ain't no Secret Service. They can have Secret Service. Man, I was going to take a piss. But I understand.
They made you feel like family, done.
Yeah, but the atmosphere was cool. You know what I'm saying? People was enjoying themselves. You just saw it was just like, you know, people asking questions. I met the head of Rare. I never thought I would never see that in my life.
Wow.
That man is cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn,
That's dope.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there and I'm hearing people like it don't take that hard to port games. So when I'm hearing, because you know we both be having this Xbox Civil War going on, but I'm on Captain America side. So y'all playing, y'all bitching about frame per seconds and shit. I'm over here Captain America. Y'all can play that Iron Man. We still cool. Probably when you need some help. We still cool, but Assassin's Creed looking like Assassin's Creed. All they didn't think about that's the difference of opinion and different from mine. All they thinking it's a downgrade. All they didn't know that Matt was running with bells and whistles.
Oh shit.
With bells and whistles, and it wasn't.
Oh wow! So look at that. That's how good it looks. It looks better than that.
That's how to me Assassin's Creed. Or I'll put it this way. I didn't even know Assassin's Creed Origin was there until I turned back because I was at Madden and it was like, well, that's Assassin's Creed Origin. And I'm like, okay, this you can see because some games ran on X, some games ran on development kits.
Yeah.
Even I swore, man, me and Megatron looked at each other like 2 times, and we looked at it was like, hey, that Minecraft look good. You want to try? And we looked at each other like, nah.
Y'all didn't want nobody to capture y'all in some pics, boy.
I know, right? So like, they would have spread that shit all over Twitter. It was like, look what Bone and Megatron is playing at the Microsoft
conference. 2 big babies, right? 2 big babies playing Minecraft.
Dudes playing Minecraft, and they was actually setting shit up. The new shell is actually really HD. You can tell the difference from light and day off of that.
Right.
Crackdown line was just too long. I didn't feel like doing it. It was too long, but it was shell shaded. I didn't play Sea of Thieves because I got the Sea of Thieves built. So
that's the thing that I heard. Those are the 3 longest lines, right? Forza Motorsport, Crackdown, and Sea of Thieves.
Oh, Sea of Thieves, man! I put this way: people was playing Sea of Thieves. The guy from Rare also did say that the Ubisoft game they knew about it already. And they wasn't like, but what I explained to him, like what I like to them when they know you play these games and they knowledge, they're like, okay, they start opening up more. Like, yeah, I saw the Ubisoft game and I was like, you can't even get off the ship. He's like, yeah, you're right. You know, he invited me to, you know what I'm saying, when he gets back and everything settles down, we can play Sea of Thieves.
Nice.
They were open, like, you know, they wasn't like they feel like person like me on YouTube. I'm fighting no damn superstar. I ain't nobody. I just talk shit and play games. But they was normal people.
Wow.
And I tell people they're normal people, but their bank account's just larger than mine. You know what I'm saying? They six figures. I'm just a millionaire.
There's normal people, just like us, just passionate gamers.
Yeah, they
about games.
And they was ecstatic. When I say they was ecstatic about that X. That shit. It looks like the S, but raised the real estate higher a little bit. It's small, but raised the real estate higher. It looks good. It looks. I mean, I'll put it this way. No one would know that's an S. No one knows that was an S if we had any time.
Hey, Bone, real quick. Did you get to try out Anthem?
No, that was missing. Some of the shit was missing. I wanted Anthem. I think Anthem was at the E. See, think about it, it's so big. I think that one was it was on Xbox, but it was at the E3 booth. Some of the stuff that I heard that I got to play, they even had, because even I heard Cuphead that was there, but I guess it was like close to the indie spot or something like that. I didn't have full access.
Right. Okay.
Because it was after hours. This is after hours. This is
yeah.
Invite only. So but what I did saw when I was coming in, I was seeing certain stuff. Like, so people thinking that, I'm not a real gamer. God of War looked good. What I saw of it. The little sneak peek I saw of it. Looked good.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People like, I give Sony credit on certain shit. But what I looked at it like, that shit looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I was like, damn, like, what's called? I heard, I can't think about the Smash Brothers game they got. Oh, man, motherfuckers was gonna bet money. It was about to turn to a gambling session. Atherin, yeah. Oh, it was about to turn to a gambling session.
They put Ori in that shit.
They was finna go, when I'm talking about finna turn gambling, they was sitting there like, hey, how we gonna bet some money? Quarters and nickels and dimes. I'm like, we can't do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was, I played, what's the other game? It looks like Diablo. Y'all be doing them off the bat, because I was just running into it.
Path of Exile.
Path of Exile. The graphics cool. I didn't like the mechanics.
It's like some Diablo shit, yo.
Yeah, I didn't like the mechanics on it. Okay, the lighter said Anthem wasn't playable. I think that was backdoor. That might have been backdoor. A lot of people got invited to shit backdoor. So she's there.
Did you ever get to see like Unruly Heroes or try out Dark and Light?
Yeah, Unruly Heroes look hot. I know Tim Dog took a video of that.
I didn't play because, like I say, it got to a part where it got overwhelming. I sat back and started drinking.
Yeah, it's a lot of games, yo. I mean, come on, Microsoft. That's the thing that blew me away with their conference. They have 42 games on stage, more than I've seen any developer fucking bring up on stage or any fucking publisher. 42 games on stage, 22 of them are fucking exclusive. All right, that they went to Microsoft and fucking had it bought on the Xbox One X because they knew the power that was coming. So a lot of these PC heads jumped ship quick as hell. It was like, damn, you know.
Oh no, but see, they had high-end laptops on the side where you can play some of these games on. High-end laptops. Like they were showing off their stuff. They were showing their shit off like boom, like
yeah, they're putting their games over like in 2 hours because the guys from Path of Exiles did that shit in 2 hours. Dude.
I meant to play Sonic.
60 frames.
It's 2 Sonic games. They have both Sonic games, but what's the Sonic one? That's the high one. That one looks like that. Them and what I heard about Mario Odyssey, they play down there the same because they go from 3D to 2D.
Right.
So I heard they kind of play like the same.
Sonic Forces, that's what it's called.
Yeah. And you know what? People wasn't picking it up because it was right by Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z had a line, and then my homegirl L was like, "Bone, you need to go. You need to get your ass in line." So I got my ass in line. You know what I'm saying? And Dragon Ball Z was, like I say, I just played the story mode last night of
I played that shit too.
What I played from Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z shits all over Infinite, doesn't it?
Graphic wise, yes. I mean, I'm talking. Matter of fact,
Infinite was lacking. Yo, I mean, I played the demo. I know where Bone is coming from. I played the demo last night, and halfway through the story mode of that demo, I started skipping the cutscenes because they just looked terrible, man.
No, but see, I'll give it to him, but I know it's an alpha build, so I'm not giving him. I'm not gonna shit on him. But what I saw from now, the netcode better be good as fuck on that shit because the netcode dog shit, I'm clowning him. I wanted to play against a computer.
Yeah.
Netcode dog shit on Dragon Ball, because you know what I'm saying. But they did it right. It made it acceptable for anybody to play, but it's hard to master.
How many characters is it though? Because I was hearing that rumor about 8 characters.
No, I got played with. Okay, it was Vegeta, Gohan, and it's the youngest Gohan.
You ain't see like how many character slots were on the screen?
It was only like a couple. You only can. I'm telling you, you can pick from. You can pick from Cell, Boo, Vegeta, Goku, and Gohan.
Okay.
That's what you can pick.
Yeah, those are the ones you can pick on the build.
No Piccolo. No, I heard that they're going to make characters. See, what I'll put this way: they put the cute girls in the Namco spot. They didn't really know nothing about the damn game. They were just happy to play. I'm like, oh, you back to learn. You know what I'm saying? I actually told them because they had open bar. We didn't.
Damn.
They had open bar. I'm like, hey, can you go get me a drink? Your homegirl got a drink. Can you get me a drink?
The guys,
you know what I'm saying, whiskey and Coke.
The guys doing the Dragon Balls, the same guys who did Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear.
Yeah, Arc System Works. That's correct.
Guys.
I said that shit in the video I put out a while back.
Yeah.
But see, their netcode was always dog shit. So I hope they get the netcode right.
Oh.
But I heard they're going to bring some Dragon Ball. They're going to bring some characters that we never saw on Dragon Ball Z 2. That's what I got told too. They're going to make some characters that we never saw before.
Oh, so that's some good shit. That means they're still doing characters. Yeah, of course, because these are early builds. That game is going to come out for the fall anyway. Right? The schedule for the fall?
I heard, talking to people, I heard March.
March? All right, so that's even better.
March.
That just gives them more time to implement a lot more characters and shit.
I was hearing March, but it's not March.
10 months.
But,
that's like 10 months.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't put your game. That game looked like it could go out today.
Yeah, it did look like that in the trailer. I can't find.
Yeah, so it looked like it can. It actually can look like. It looked like it can be done that way.
It looked polished, but it had
a little
bit of content, right?
It was over there. You must have moved them. So no, they looked at like, you know, it was finna be real good. And all y'all talking about that checkerboarding on the Xbox One X, that's because of the developers. When I saw Assassin's Creed, the shit looked like Assassin's Creed. You saw it. I didn't see no rendering, and it was on alpha build too. It wasn't with it wasn't with no bells and whistles or none of that. And it looked great. It looked good. It ran fluently. Just wait till people get their hands on it. Just wait.
Oh, dude, I'm dying for that Assassin's Creed.
I put this way. What you see on YouTube, what you see on that, you got to see it in person.
They got that bullshit from Digital Foundry, but I'll get into it when I talk.
Yeah, but I heard Digital Foundry took a thing about it. Digital Foundry, you taking a video and you're ripping it. You're not like recording it yourself, what I've been hearing. But you're talking about an alpha build.
Yeah.
It ain't ready for it. It ain't ready. It ain't ready to ship. So, you know, if Digital Foundries want to be digital fuckery, fuck them.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're doing that shit all over again, trying to check all those. Should it be checkerboard and so on and so forth? And Microsoft even stated a whole bunch of times we ain't telling the developers what to do, man. The power is there. They do what the fuck they want.
It's for them to use. And people gotta understand that. Let them. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Don't get mad at Destiny is only 30 frames. It can do 60. But don't get mad at Microsoft because you got the power.
Exactly.
They got the power, but if they want to play the parity thing, play the parity thing. But Microsoft's gonna make their exclusives run.
That's the person that should be addressing.
60 frame.
The developer.
Their exclusives gonna run 60 frames, even if man, think about somebody told me
PC build is running at 60. I saw a PC build for Destiny running at 60.
But see, people think about it. PC and consoles are different. Quit putting PCs in it.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna make a video tomorrow or maybe Sunday.
That's the same old engine.
Yep. And the title of the video is I found a guy that made a high-end PC for $750, and it still can't run 4K, but it can run 1080p, and he got several high-end games. What's up with you, Megatron? I heard you got delayed, man. Megatron just laying back home.
All right, good shit. Well, yeah, at the E3, that's some good shit, some good insight, yo. And the conference that Microsoft showed off, they showed off an incredible variety of games. It wasn't just one note. We weren't seeing one type of game because when I saw the Sony conference the following day, it was 2016 remastered. All right, it was basically everything we saw in the fucking 2016, and they added like one or two new things, which was one was a remaster, right, of an old ass game that supposedly Jim Ryan said on stage, right, or he said in the press that people on PlayStation don't like playing old ass games, but yet they keep remastering old ass games.
Exactly.
All right, so why is he fucking driving this narrative forward that people don't want to play old ass games, but yet they keep remastering them to keep selling them to you? It's to take your money, people. I mean, you people are just that stupid and gullible, man. Now I understand though that, you know what I'm saying? Shadow of the Colossus is completely remade, right? Because that's what they're stating. No, it's going to be completely remade. It's going to be a brand new game. That's fine and dandy. But was God of War completely remade? Was The Last of Us completely remade? Was Beyond Two Souls completely remade? No. Those are remastered editions that they sold to you again, even though you owned it on the PS3. All right, so
Heavy Rain,
backwards compatibility, yeah. I mean, all those games, yo. There's a whole bunch of them that they brought out as remastered editions instead of letting them, doing like a backwards compatibility or option. All right, it makes it easy. If you already own the game, there should be no reason for you to fucking pay for it again. That's why I'm behind Phil Spencer 100%, where he said, you know what? We're gonna eliminate console generations. We're going to make it where if we do a new console, you take all the games you already own with you.
Yes.
All right?
I was like, what you meant by that?
That's pro-consumer, dude. I'm able to take, so what if there's an Xbox One XXX down the line, right? I'll be able to have all the games I already have now. I'll just be able to take them with me. Now, if they come out with a PS5, well, guess what? Whatever the fuck you bought on the PS4, you're fucked. Whatever the fuck you have for PS3, you're fucked. Because it's not backwards compatible. So you better have all those three consoles on your fucking TV, hooked up to your TV at the same time. Whereas us, we'll just have one. All right? Because that's all we need.
That's what he meant by that, too. That's what he meant. People thought he meant, that they're not going to do multiple consoles anymore after generations. That's not what he meant.
I know. Is that people fucking always misconstrue everything that Microsoft says, and they try to take it to the next level. Always. All right? That's the reason they was tripping out on the... What was that?
Nobody behind. Because how many motherfuckers that stayed on the 360 because they wanted to play 360 games?
Yeah,
I mean, motherfuckers stayed on do it out buying because they love. It's still people online. I can go play motherfucking Hollywood Spades right now. I can get in the game with no problem.
Yep. Right. That's the thing. They don't cut the servers off.
Yeah, I might see some weird shit, motherfucker. Put your shirt on, man. Because I heard you can use your Kinect. And I be having to get on party chat, on game chat, like, hey, man, if your ass, I see your naked ass again, man, we're going to kick you out the game. I'm playing against the computer. But people still on them games. But see, now is we can play games with them also. Some people just stuck in time.
Oh, that's the thing that I also liked about the conference. The cross-platform, right? Microsoft did it where fucking now people that played Minecraft and Rocket League could play on Xbox Live and play on Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And PC, you know what I'm saying? To let all the little kids that love playing Minecraft and soccer cars, you know what I'm saying? Have them have fun, go at it. But yet Sony doesn't want their fan base to get access to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've heard rumors that it's because they're using Xbox Live. Well, if you compare the two services, that's the service you could actually go with. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you had to put money on it. You could go with Xbox Live like that. You have a unified network. All right, that's flowing fluidly. All right, but yet these people don't want to let their fan base go into cross-platform play. And when Microsoft years ago was against it, they was all for it. Oh yes, we're beating our chest. We allow cross-platform play. And now that they're allowing it, oh no. So they was full of shit back then too. Then. They was just saying it because Microsoft said no. And now that they said yes, now they're showing their true colors. All right? They were not for the gamers, Joe. They're for their pockets. Right?
And Nintendo tries to so much. They try to keep you away from the kids. If they say yes, If you see the lowest common denominator to say yes, but know what? That security issue. See, matter of fact, I don't agree with certain people. You know what I'm saying? But
they're talking about a security issue. That's bullshit. What network got cracked a couple of years ago, and people stole 70 million credit card numbers? That was the Sony PlayStation Network. It wasn't Xbox Live, people. So if y'all want to talk about security issues, look at where you pee at.
No, but see, I think that'll get exposed. But see, they talking about what if they talking about bullying and all that. You get bullied on any damn thing, man.
Yeah, but Xbox Live got those things, dude. I fucking got banned twice. My Connect stitched me out. I got banned twice on Xbox Live, dude.
Yeah. They don't like that.
Just that one word, motherfucker. Next thing I know, next day, you've been banned. It's like, how the fuck? I was like, I didn't even have it on the mic. I was at the Connect. I was like, oh, you fucking bitch. You stitched me out, you hoe.
Yeah, but it's my thing is we talking about play. You don't even got to even communicate with them. Cause you know Nintendo, that's switching how they communicating. That shit, I ain't putting no friend code.
Yeah, on Nintendo, they communicated with each other with smoke signals.
Yeah, and what you call that shit? SOS. You know what I'm saying? Tap 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 tap. Morse code. Morse code shit. You gotta learn Morse code to play with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
Yep, and it wasn't for Discord. Shit, that's how I know a lot of them communicating through Discord. So
good shit, yo.
But it's like, man, Microsoft. I learned they damn if they do and they damn if they don't. So I don't even think they even give a damn no more. They really don't. Like,
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, what's up, J-Lon? Yo, we also came in a little late to the party. We got J-Long, aka Beetle fucking Juice 908 up in this motherfucker, yo.
Playing hooky at work.
Yo, introduce yourself, Jay.
Yeah, what's up, guys? J-Long here. I'm at work right now. I'm on an hour break, so fuck it. I'll just join you guys for the time being.
All right, so since you're on an hour break, let's hear your thoughts from you and shit. What were your thoughts on E3 real quick?
That's a solid show, you know. No announcements, but we know why, because Phil is doing the 1-year plan thing. He's not going to show us games coming out in 2049 or 2099 like Spider-Man is. So he showed us a lot of variety, you know, Sea of Thieves. The new demo blew me away with the whole cannonball thing or whatever. State of Decay looked pretty cool. I just think we work on the animations, but other than that, it's fire. Crackdown 3.
All right.
It's Crackdown. I don't know if you saw the demo on the daily, but they had this black hole grenade that sucked everything up and blew everything up.
Yeah, I heard about the black hole grenade and Crackdown. That shit is sick.
It wasn't no quick time event like that other game with that other company. You could do it in real time. And they also have which is on a class of its own. You know, the Xbox One X, a fire system, 4K. Not gonna do 60. I wasn't expecting it to, but it's still more than the Pro. I'm getting that shit day one. 500 is reasonable. And I'm surprised that it's so small. That actually blew my mind right there.
I know, right? I mean, not only did they make the most powerful console on the planet, they made the smallest Xbox ever.
Yeah, smaller than the regular PS4, I think, or about the same size. Which,
wow.
If you remember, but the Xbox Fat got a lot of shit for being big and not powerful. Now it's the exact opposite. It's smaller than any PC you could probably build. You know, for the same price at least.
Exactly. That's some crazy shit, yo.
And the show too. Their exclusives, I will say, Sony had better graphics for their exclusives. I'll give them that. But Spider-Man, I was disappointed because it had the same Arkham combat that the one last gen had, and but it had mad QTEs that no one's talking about. That shit was like half QTE and pretty pathetic. Graphics though.
The only thing that really bothered me about the Spider-Man was that it seemed kind of slow when he was fighting. You know, but it's an early build, so
absolutely slow. What?
Yes. But it was cool. I just find it funny that all these new Spider-Man fans came out of the woodwork though. Where were you last gen, you know?
Right? Where were they? What were they when they released Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Or one. One was better apparently, and
yes, it was. One was way better. I mean, even the animation was better in the one. It's like they took a step back for the two.
But yeah, it's Insomniac.
That's why I did an exposing video.
Did a great job. What else was it?
Well, good shit.
I thought the game looked like shit because the zombies looked boring. All they did was run. But here they showed him fighting humans. You know, at first they showed the Last of Us thing, like him getting tapped, him getting choked out, and him pressing X to escape. I wasn't impressed with that. But when he started going to the camp and he set the bear trap, that gave me chills because it reminded me of Tomb Raider. Me and Hebal were talking about this earlier. How he's hiding in the bushes. I'm like, oh, this is Tomb Raider with zombies. Tomb Raider meets Dead Rising, meets Sons of Anarchy, meets Walking Dead. So I think this game's gonna sell just because it appeals to that TV AMC audience. But I actually like Days Gone now. I didn't like it last year. They changed my mind. God of War.
Okay.
The new one looked pretty cool. I like it more actually because he doesn't look so small. Kratos is a huge guy, but the camera's so zoomed out in the old ones, he looks like a bitch to me.
Yeah.
Here, you know, the shoulder, he looks like a big dude. He's not fighting with whips. He's fighting with axes. And they said there's no QTEs in this game. So I think Spider-Man stole all of God of War's QTEs. So, I didn't like the kid thing, but if it's like Bioshock Infinite, it'll be whatever. It's just more Last of Us shit. And what else was it that they showed? Detroit. Rapidly. Oh, yeah. But we all know it's a Telltale game. I'll buy it when it's $20. Yeah, Nintendo. It's Nintendo. They showed a new Yoshi and a new Kirby. Nothing really more to say about that. Oh, and they showed Metroid was in development. Like they didn't even give us a CG trailer. You know, I think it was a good E3 for all of us. Microsoft, Xbox, they had closer release dates, unlike Nintendo. Yeah, that was pretty good. I thought.
Okay, well, good shit, yo. I mean, I'm glad that you actually saw all three conferences. I ain't even bothered watching the Nintendo. It doesn't call
Oh,
me.
that shit was too. I got drunk that night. I forgot that shit was happening. I drank a whole bottle of rum. As a matter of fact, I think I did Broadband Bullies that night, and then I ended up staying up, and we ended up doing Mixer with Next Gen and shit, and we started bagging. Next thing later, it's like 4 a.m. I woke up drunk. I said, Jesus.
I could imagine, yo. I didn't even bother to watch it. It's just it doesn't call my attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan. You know what I'm saying? Not a fan. It just, you know, I mean, they might have 1 or 2 games, but they're not from Nintendo. Right? That's
my thing is with PlayStation. I was telling people like that. You saw Microsoft show games, but every now and then they'll sit there like, okay, with Forza, they explain, okay, this is the difference between Forza 7. They were just rolling out games. It's okay. I'm just gonna roll them out like at you at the movies, and you know they showing pre movies that's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? I give them A for presentation. You know, you got people hanging, but I don't give a fuck that I can't see that shit. I can't see these real people in the game. You brought out that orchestra again and all these flutes and all that. I don't give a damn, man. I don't get that shit in the game. I don't get no orchestra in my room. I don't get no Bill Humanic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I give them an A on prep. They tried to, but then you come out and then you show the VR and shit. I saw Sony fans was like, what the fuck? I ain't got this shit. I don't give a damn about this shit. They disrespected Final Fantasy with their VR. Who want to go fishing?
I know, man. I was tripping, yo. I mean, I hated that VR segment, yo. I hated that shit with a passion.
But why you couldn't show Gran Turismo Sport?
That's what tripped me out.
That day,
why did they remove Gran Turismo Sport from their conference? That's the main thing.
Because Forza shit on, because Forza's going to have 700 cars.
Exactly. Forza came out the day before and shitted on their parade.
Yeah.
Did you see the Gran Turismo trailer? The Gran Turismo Sport trailer?
I ain't see it, but I got told about the car.
Yo, I saw it. I laughed, all right? Because old girl comes out and she's like, oh, yeah, it's about speed. It's not about collecting cars. I was like, what? No wonder they removed this shit. These people just said they had something on it.
I heard it looks good. I'm not going to say it. I heard it looks good.
Nah, it ain't fucking no Forza.
No, it ain't. You know, Forza, man. Forza is so far above of the granddaddy of them all. You know what I'm saying? Gran Turismo.
Yeah, they're ahead of the curve. Yo.
It ain't nothing. Oh, you say Gran Turismo at the pre-show? They needed to have it at the real show. Cause I want they could have did that motherfucking VR shit.
No, that's the reason they didn't put it at the show though, because fucking Forza shitted on them the day before. And that VR thing, what's up with that little mouse? That little mouse. Oh my gosh, yo.
On that game, bro.
Yeah,
dude, I know. On the 30th of this month. I've already saw it. It's on the 30th of this month on Game Preview.
Oh, really?
Up.
Yo,
Yes.
how ironic that they always get games that look similar to ours also stealing shit.
I know, right? It's similar to games that are on Xbox. Because that's the thing that tripped me out about the mouse. I was like, I remember Ghost of a Tale, and he looked way cooler than this fucking faggoty looking mouse, man.
Now we got Rise of the God of War babysitter.
Oh man.
Dude, man, it's all good though, man. But their show, I really didn't impress me as much, really. Sony's show didn't impress me because they showed a lot of the stuff that they showed last year. I granted Microsoft did show a couple of games from last year, but they have 42 games on stage, people. All right, so if anything, they bought 5-6 games from last year, and the rest were all new games you never even seen before. While on PlayStation, everything was like, all right, seen that. Monster Hunter World, yeah, everybody throws a fit. It's multi-plat. It's multi-plat.
No. When they showed it, they were all going crazy because they thought it was exclusive. The minute they heard it,
exactly, they were going crazy.
Oh, that shit looked like trash.
Hey, I love how Aaron and Phil and them came out and was like, yeah, it's gonna look better on Xbox One X. They all they were giving them niggas some blues.
They giving them that work.
Man, it came in like I wasn't expecting it because I had it on TweetDeck because I had my laptop and then I had my desktop. So I was watching the presentation. I had my TweetDeck on my laptop, and they was giving them the blues like, yes, it will look better on the Xbox One S. You know what I'm saying? It's like X. I said, damn. I'm like, okay, y'all motherfuckers is getting medieval right now. Y'all got a little honey in you now. Saying, kick the motherfuckers while they down. And they were doing it at their press conference saying that because now let me shout out to the Nintendo guys. I gave y'all a B because y'all got what y'all want. Because y'all, I can't get because that's all y'all got is exclusives. It ain't too many. It ain't too many exclusives. Y'all can have that motherfucking. Well, I don't know if that's Worm game or whatever they got that Ubisoft making, but Mario and it's like XCOM. You can have that shit. I don't play no XCOM my damn self. Mario Odyssey, I get that. That's what y'all love. But when a nigga came and said they won because they showed Yoshi, what grown ass man over 30 years old saying that shit? Come on, you don't win over no Mario, no Yoshi.
Oh my God.
That was incredible when I heard it was because I got up because I told you I woke up drunk. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the daytime drunk. I had to work and I was on fire. Like when I say woke up drunk, you're drinking and you're still on fire.
Let's just say this: Nintendo games cater to little kids, right? They cater to little kids, right? A little kid watching a presentation. What would they get more excited for? Minecraft or Yoshi?
No. Yeah, but I put this way: Minecraft. Because I'm gonna put this way. I got 2 11-year-olds in here right now. One my cousin, one my son. I'm like, I want to switch. I asked them last year, y'all want to switch? No. They got Grand Theft Auto on it? No. And they don't give a damn about Mario. It's the grown ass people that grew up with Mario wants the Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want the Mario. They want something else. Now Minecraft, they do it because Minecraft on everything. But a lot of people want Mario. It's cool. I have no beef with Mario. But Mario, where Mario Jr. at? We got motherfucking. Bowser got kids. So why Mario Peach? Why they can't?
No, because it's that Peach is giving up to Bowser on the sly, yo. That's what it is.
Man, so I'm sitting here like, I'm like, so you say they won off of that? Off of a Mario game? They won E3 for 27 minutes. And I'm looking at people that I did respect in this game of streets. And each day I lose respect, more respect to me. It's damn near gone.
Yo, I'm glad you touched that subject, though. I'm glad you touched that subject, though, Bone. Everybody that's here, what was your standout game? If you could name one game that stood out and head and shoulders above everything at E3, what would it be? Starting with you, Bone.
You already know what it is. Anthem. Anthem was. I was like, whoa, and I heard it is gonna run on true 4K. They ain't holding back. That's built for the X. Built for the X. So it's gonna be built for the X. They're not holding it back. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be BioWare trying to make a new name for themselves.
Yep.
And that showed me. I'm like, it was crazy because I thought it was just gonna be co-op, and then I saw the other 2 people jump in. I said, oh.
Yeah. That shit fucked me up right there.
That was like, damn. That's like what Lost Planet supposed to be.
Hell yeah.
And then, like Delilah said, Metro surprised me because when we was doing it live, I didn't know that was Metro. I was like, I was like, please let it be. But I was like, please let it be another BioShock. And now I'm like, oh, that's Metro. Metro looked good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Anthem, that shocked the shit out of me. Like, what? Matter of fact, Anthem looked like what Scalebound supposed to be. Because they brung in the 2-player, then they brung in the 4-player co-op.
Okay. I thought the same thing when they was talking about Monster Hunter World. That 4-player co-op. I was like, oh shit, Scalebound.
I have similarities.
All right, so let's go with you, Jay Long, because I know you ain't got much time and shit. What was your most standout game of the entire conference?
Y'all don't call me a weirdo, but I gotta say Mario.
Which one?
Mario.
Oh. All right. Good shit. So why? Give your reasoning.
The Mario 64 is ripping off Sonic Adventure with the series and the traveling, with the city and the traveling. And once I saw how you could turn into a dinosaur, into pretty much anything, I'm like, okay, yeah, honestly. So yeah, Mario.
All right, we kind of lost you there, Jay.
Y'all still hear me?
Yeah,
we hear. Not far.
The reason I wanted to buy the Mario game, and the reason I picked it is because the hat thing, how you could turn it to pretty much everything in the world.
Well, you take control of it. Take control of it. That's why the hat has eyes.
Okay.
So I love it.
Right, good shit, yo. Yo, E-Rock, we haven't heard from you yet. All right, I know it's just the way everything's been panning out and shit.
Yeah.
So let's hear your overall thoughts and name your one game, your standout game. You could actually name that standout game now if you want.
My standout game. Well, first, my overall thoughts. I was really impressed with Microsoft's E3 conference. This was a conference where they showed, like you said, 42 or 43 games.
42 games. Yep.
22 of which were like exclusives. They were wasting no time. They just got right to it, game after game after game after game. The only thing that I thought was off was Dan Greenwald, who I love Turn 10, but Greenwald sometimes gets caught up in all of this hyperbole and bullshit, and he pulls out a fucking Porsche, and we're gonna show you a Porsche. These motherfuckers can't afford no goddamn Porsche. They video gamers, they nerds. Look at these motherfuckers, they can't afford no Porsche.
No, but you didn't like how no one never saw it. I ain't into cars. When my son heard about that, he was like, "Yeah, that's a new Porsche." I'm like,
yeah, there's people that get excited for new cars though. That's what they did that for the gearheads, not for the gamers, for the gearheads. The gearheads.
People like me, I can appreciate that, but you leave that for like the car shows or outside at an exhibition. They showed a lot of games. Anthem looked incredible. Anthem looked like everything you would expect from running on new hardware. They showed the Artful Escape. That game looked just absolutely beautiful. They showed Crackdown 3, which I'm excited about. They showed Japanese games like Black Desert on Xbox One, which is a PC port. It looked absolutely fantastic. They showed Assassin's Creed, Shadow of War, a lot of games you didn't see, like A Way Out and about this prison escape game. There was a lot of stuff that they could not show at E3, but my game that really impressed me was this indie game, and the Xbox indies have taken it to a whole new level. It's called The Last Night on Xbox One, which was sort of this steampunk meets Blade Runner, digitized, but 3D backgrounds. I've never seen anything like this. This is, we can do graphics, but
this is the reason why we play video games. That's the first one.
Yes, K-Bot, yes. Show me something new. The graphics are great, but I want to see that artistry. And I was really impressed by how fast Microsoft got up there, how they were just firing out game after game after game after game after game. And I was really impressed. And I was impressed by the Xbox One X. Can't believe it's smaller than the Xbox One S, which is incredibly small. And $499, I'm there. I'm excited, man. I was pleased with this year's E3. Very pleased.
Good shit, man. And just to go one further, The Last Night, that game was fucking phenomenal, yo.
Beautiful.
It was, man. I had chills of like what? Fifth Element meets Blade
Runner. Yes.
Fifth Element meets Blade Runner. And
exactly.
Shit. So, let's go with you, Heapot. What are your overall thoughts on the E3 and your one standout game of the show?
Wow. Here's the thing. Microsoft's conference was assertive. It was concise. It was on point. They did exactly what they wanted to do, which was prove to the entire world we can give you triple A's just as much as we can give you indies that are quality and the best multi-plats from this point forward that you guys have been harping about that we couldn't have performing on our previous iteration.
Yep.
Preach, Bob.
Right.
Preach.
You understand? So how they did it by obviously showcasing Forza, they showcased Metro, they showcased Assassin's Creed. But without a shadow of a doubt, I have to say the most impressive technologically wise game is Anthem. Anthem looked like, listen, when I saw him go in the water,
yeah,
this is a true story. I was watching it with Sega Forever, and he can vouch for me. When I saw him go in the water, then he passes some big creatures, then go back out, and then he starts getting on foot, starts combating, and then he shoots like 20 NPC rockets, and you see this big explosion while this big dinosaur thing. Dude, I fucking flipped out. I said, I'm done. I'm done. The X is the real fucking Neo. Like, you know, it's not going to happen the same way, or the interpretation is not going to be the same way on another platform, because he said it even on the E3 showcase or keynote that they did Saturday. This new game is going to only be possible because of hardware technology that we're getting with something like Project Scorpio. You will see it on Microsoft stage. And that's what they say. He also said they built it in a week. In 1 week. And it was also an alpha stage. And not to mention that it is outputting in 1080p, 4K, 1440 by 2160. Okay, or 3140 by 2160. What they were talking about in that digital fuckery shit, which they tried to do, they did the same thing with Quantum, was that there were some assets and they zoomed into like a boat on a metal door that you can see they were using techniques of checkerboarding. So not all the assets within the world were in full 4K resolution, which is a bunch of fucking dog shit. That's like trying to critique parallax scrolling on the Sega Master System. Now imported out in 420p. You see what I'm saying? So it was a CRT resolution with scanline. So cut the bullshit out. These motherfuckers are gonna do whatever it takes because they know goddamn well the PS4 Pro is irrelevant. And since they got funded by people that are very close to Sony, which I don't have to mention, those motherfuckers are gonna do the damage control the best they can, because they did Days Gone today, and they're like, oh my god, all these techniques of checkerboarding just are so phenomenally done. Incredible. It looks like the real thing. And I'm like, you guys can go eat a fucking dick, and I unsubscribed. I'm not watching a video of them ever again.
Yeah, also, I'll take it back to they went back to being digital fuckery. Shout out to my man Xbox 228 for making that shit up. They went back to digital fuckery. They
exactly. They went back to digital fuckery.
I also like how Warner Brothers came out and said Shadow of War is true 4K.
Right, right.
So the best players gonna play. See, my thing is, if you're gonna actually put your marketing is, they're gonna market and say this is the best play to put this the best place to play this game at, and that's what Anthem and you know saying what's Shadow War, they're telling you this is the best play. This is what we like. Right. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit. You the full deal. Like this is where like people said they got the extra RAM and they ain't even know how to use it.
Right, right. Well, I mean, look. Go ahead. Finish, Bon. Go ahead.
Yeah, but my thing is check out, because I you know what, I want digital fuckeries. Right? What frame rate? I bet you that X gonna hold frame rate. If it's locked at 30, it's gonna lock at 30.
Yep.
Right.
That Pro gonna go up and down. How many times we got that Pro? It been on the Pro, but what? It has dropped more than the Xbox One S.
Right. Plus, we got to take into consideration that all the assets will try to be at the highest quality, which would be full fidelity in 4K assets that will have like uber amounts of anti-aliasing, parallax textulation. You know what I mean? Shadow filtering. You get what I'm saying? It's going to have all these techniques. So that's what they are. They're techniques to flesh out the world to make it look as detailed and as crisp as possible. So all that other, he said, or irrelevancy that they're trying to bring out it's pointless, because if the game is outputting at 3160 by 21 or 3160, whatever the fuck the resolution is for 4K. Excuse me, I just got caught up right now. Then it's outputting. The panel is outputting at that resolution. That means it's 4K. Whatever's inside the graphics inside the world and at different techniques that they had to use so that they can make it look as good as possible, and had to sacrifice so it don't look like it's interfering with the fidelity of the visuals on other areas, then that has nothing to do with the actual outputting of the image itself. So that's a bunch of horse shit. So for me, that was the most impressive game, hands down. That showed that it was like the Rise when they showed Xbox One the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
exactly. that much of a standout.
Right, it was that much of a leap. Right. That was what we were looking for since Rise. Unfortunately, it wasn't a new IP, or intellectual property rather, but it was at least from a third-party supporter that has been very prominent and very supportive of Xbox. Now, as far as
they've been there since the OG days.
Right. As far as the originality, man, where can we start? As E-Rock mentioned before, and that's why it always sucks to go after everybody else has put in such good input, because you got to try to become a superstar to get these answers out. But right? Finally gets a release date. Still looks incredible. Even though it's been 3 or 4 years almost, it still looks like nothing on PlayStation.
Nothing.
The technology they used for the graphics and the way they put it together with the animation is incredible. You can see they put a lot of love and dedication, and that's why Phil's been patient, because he wanted the product to show when it was finally released, which was amazing. I'm glad he stood by it. I'm glad that my man Triple Cub finally gets his game, because he's been very supporter, and he's been very adamant. He's been hyped for the game. Also, Artful Escape. You had Unruly Heroes in the montage. We had things like Swift. We had things like
the guy Shift. I know you love Shift when you saw that.
Yeah, Shift. Yeah, that's what it's called, Shift, right? With the little ninja girl, it looks like almost like Ninja Gate.
It was fighting
a ninja girl with like Castlevania. Swords. Yes, Shift. Freaking the guys who did Zombie Army Trilogy, Strange Brigade. That looks
Strange Brigade. Brawl Out as well. That Super Mario shit.
Yeah, the Brawler. Yeah, that's right. It looks like a Smash Brothers for us finally.
Smash Brothers game.
And then the one that took the icing though, for me, I love Super Lucky Tales.
Yeah,
we finally got another platform. Tales, we got another platform that looks quality. It doesn't look cheap. It looks quality.
It looks like
looks better than
NAC. Right.
Better than NAC too. We got Super Lucky Tales, so we will be playing that on launch. We got Crackdown, looked dope. I know why they went with the associated style, because that was how the other two were. So I guess they wanted to keep it within the within the family. They didn't want to change it too much. Me personally, I like what they did last year, where they had like kind of a realistic look, and then it was associated on top of it, which made it look more next generation. But I understand why they did it. They wanted to keep it more familiar with the original two. And obviously we're going to see the stuff of the destruction and the multiplayer, because they said and confirmed that it's there, probably in Gamescom or maybe in Tokyo or something, down a little bit further down the line. And then of course the drop mic moment. I had said it. If they did this, I'll be ecstatic. I said it in the podcast a week or two before. OG Xbox backwards compatibility. I got 90 games that I'm going to fucking destroy on the mixer. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't forget also that we also had also this thing, that other shit that we got. It was nice to see that we got Dragon Ball. All those Japanese titles that we're trying to show coming over. We also getting Monster Hunter, which was showed on the Sony stage, but it looks really good compared to all the other ones. It's shitting on all the other Monster Hunters. It gave me kind of a Scalebound vibe as well. We're getting new avatars. We got more options for the control.
Yeah, I saw the new avatars.
The avatars look dope. They look like Disney characters. They looked amazing. Even though some people might not like it, but I personally think it's cool. And it was something else I'm trying to remember that I forgot. I like State of Decay 2. It just feels to me like they had to push it back because they probably didn't have enough time to fondle with the SDKs of the X. So they're trying to give us all the best bells and whistles that X is going to offer, being that it's going to be 4-player online and it's always changing, or the variables always changing within the world. Sea of Thieves look fun as fuck when you could shoot yourself off the cannon. I was like, wow, that looks
amazing,
cool.
Yo, the sea. Yo, it looked like a real sea. I was like, good Lord. That's like one of those oh shit moments while you're watching. It's like, oh shit.
While I was watching everything live at the the VIP, everybody was talking about water. Like, look at the water from
the sea water, on Sea of
Thieves water and Assassin's Creed water. Like, you see the water? Like,
the physics in Sea of Thieves looked the most realistic I've ever seen on any water physics. It looked real as fuck. The way it moved, that it swayed up and down with the little bubbles in it and everything. It was like, wow, the rippling. It looked really amazing and then with the weather effect too. It looks like it's going to be a really fun game with friends. Kind of like with Friday the 13th right now.
Basically looting and attacking ships and ransacking ships.
Right. Ashen wasn't pretty impressive. I hope it doesn't play like too much like Dark Souls, even though I heard that's what they're going for. But it looks artistically, it looks gorgeous. It looks like something Tim Burton might have done. It looks great. It looks different.
It almost looks like a AA, AAA game. Don't you think?
As a matter of fact, want to know what Ashen reminds me of? It actually reminds me of like the people that do Shadow of the Colossus. It has that type of art aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? That type of flair.
Yes. And it has the character design is very Tim Burton-esque. So I really like Ashen. I like that they're supporting it. They're behind it. The word is that it's now in a AAA status, that Microsoft really is funding them and helping them, and because they bought the IP. So you could tell the difference from when they first showed it to now that they've been working. Yeah, Ashen is theirs.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Because that was listed as an Xbox console launch.
Exclusive. Yeah, no, because I think it's coming to PC too. He explained that Phil, about the launch.
Yeah, he did explain that.
Yeah. So Ashen looks really good. I'm trying to see if I missed anything else that I might have.
There's a lot of games that were at the show that you're missing. It's all good though. You had things like Path of Exile. You had things like fucking Dark and Light. What else?
What's the Smash Brother game? Like that Smash Brother game was good.
Yeah, Brutal, Aston, whatever. But the point is, they did what they wanted. What I had said before. I said they're going to try to E3 to make sure.
So what was your standout? What was your standout out of all of them? How did
show people that have been downgrading them the whole time, saying that all they do is shooters and Halo and Gears, that they can be diverse. They had the most diverse lineup. I think they were, their show was great. It was fantastic. They did what they had to do.
Just the idea of Xbox games alone destroyed Sony's conference with the originality of the games that they showed off. Just the idea of Xbox.
Right.
From the
if I had to complain about
Ori and the Blind Forest, dude.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Ori 2, like I was saying, that I was hoping they showed it, and it looks incredible. Those are in-game assets. Even though they showed, it looks incredible. So we're in for a treat with that. So I mean, like the good thing is, the only thing real complaint we have is that they didn't show really a lot of AAAs for this year. But I think that's because they're building them, baking them in the oven for next year in Gamescom. So we're in for a big treat, I think. Now Nintendo's,
think about it. All 4 games. I mean, all these games that they show, these 42 games, we're going to see them within the next 12 months.
Right, and I like that 22 are going to be console exclusive. Which I think is great.
Now, if you think about Sony's conference, it's going to be very sparse this holiday season, isn't it?
Well, that's a whole nother story in itself. But let me get to Nintendo real quick, since it was only 30 minutes. Nintendo, they did what they had to do for their fans. It was short and sweet. Their fans were happy, even though that Metroid Prime trailer, if Microsoft would have done that shit, forget it. It would have fucking made a field day out of it.
Exactly.
The fat part is they actually making a remaster of Metroid 2 on the DS, which looked really awesome. And that was like in the after party show, like in that show they do. That looked pretty good, but it's only for DS, so they'll probably make a Switch version down the road. I thought Yoshi. I thought Yoshi and Kirby showed well, but they looked like Yoshi and Kirby. They didn't really look like they were different. They would just look prettier. That's all. And the Mario looks incredible. As far as the platform,
when we downloaded V-Share and then
if the Switch wasn't $400, I would definitely buy just for Mario. But the fact that it's 400 or almost 400 with all the extra shit, I can't buy it. But it definitely is a gem. It showed the power of the Switch, that it had some power in it, which is cool. So I think they had a solid showing. So for the Nintendo fans, good for them. For me, it's a pass until the price is right and the games are there. Oh, they showed Xenoblade too, which also looked cool, but it looks slow as crap. I don't know if it's the coding, but it looked really slow. It looked like really, really slow. So I don't know if that's still too early or what, but it's supposed to come out supposedly this year. So let's see what happens.
I didn't like the characters in that game. The character art style kind of looked pretty whack on that one. I don't know if
Right. They look kind of like dated, but the graphics within the world look more photorealistic, which was a weird mixture. They kind of did that with Code Vein, which looks really cool too. But so then, right. So then with Sony's presentation, my favorite part, they fucked it up, which was the musical instrumental showing they showed in the beginning because the audio was fucked up. I was looking forward to hearing the Japanese, whatever the Hindu or Asian or European music they were playing. I know it sounded dope.
Yeah,
Indian, right? I know they fucked it up. The audio wasn't working. And then they did what they had to.
Man, that shit ain't gonna make me buy no damn game. About that shit.
Then what they did
was you waste some money.
They did exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If old boy don't take his ass to Banana Republic and go get him a real suit. They're like, oh, that's how his dress style. Come on, you better get your ass a real suit. Look like you're smoking cocaine. Like I told you, like when they be doing them press conferences, like they didn't have a ball of cocaine and a bunch of hookers.
Right. Well, listen, they did what they had to do. They basically had to show all their showcase pieces to show the best quality games that they have on their console because they're exclusives, because they couldn't show the multiplats because they knew that they just got shitted on with all the multiplats that they showed on Xbox. So all those marketing deals, Microsoft and Phil pretty much showed you we don't need to spend money on marketing deals because this is going to show that there's no reason to it because the console show itself why we didn't have to invest in marketing deals. I mean, they had FIFA.
We got the best version possible. Hands down. We got the best version possible.
Right. They didn't show Battlefront Star Wars, that's why I was watching the press conference to begin with. And they didn't even show it. I'm like, what the fuck? They didn't show the campaign.
Yeah.
Again, Days Gone looks like they're trying to change it to a Tomb Raider style game. The reason why it looks good, I found out today, is running on Unreal Engine 4. But it looks basically like Dead Rising, like Jay Long said earlier, meets The Last of Us. So it almost looked like all their games, and shout out to Jay Long because he did say this out loud, but I was thinking it also. But he said it first, so I can't, take the props from my man. He said that all their games looked like they were running mainly, like they all ran the same graphics. That's basically
I said that on next gen. I said that shit look they run between Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like they're running on the same engine.
Yes.
It looks like it.
One might look darker than the other. It ran on the same engine. I'm like, damn.
Yes. Especially with the full motion mocap, they all
honestly, I can't front. I thought when I saw Days Gone, I thought it was Uncharted to add Zombies edition.
Well, Chief said something funny. He said if you cover all the main characters from Sony's games and try to guess what game it is, everybody's going to probably say Last of Us, Uncharted because they all look the same. So I thought it was pretty funny.
And then they try to sell you DLC. Are you serious?
Yeah. You know what's funny though, Bone, that you said that?
DLC?
You know what's funny that you said that, Bone? That DLC for Uncharted looked more impressive than Uncharted 4. I'm not even lying to you. I was like, wow.
Well, yo, there's one thing you might be on here, but it might be more entertaining than Uncharted.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It looked more action heavy. I was like, wait, that actually looked pretty good. Obviously it's using the same engine, so it looked nice. It showed well. And Detroit looks really nice as far as an interactive movie. I'm gonna sit down with popcorn and watch it. I hope they have a mode where you could just watch it play out with the computer. I think it's gonna be a good movie. And God of War, it looks basically like Rise meets I called it.
I can't jump that.
The Rise of the God of Babysitter. Because it looks like he's babysitting and he looks like he's playing. He looks like he's trying to be as as rides. It looked nice though, but if you notice, all the NPCs was like 4 NPCs on screen, and it was all looked the same. And then when they show him fighting these big guys, it was only him and the character. So it's like the vertical slice. They make it seem like it looks real good with all the CG quick time events they put it in. And people think like, oh my God, look at the graphics. We got to remember, people, these are all one-player linear games, which is a lot easier to make them higher graphic fidelity when they're one-player single games. When they're multiplayer,
some people don't get that. That's the funny thing. A lot of people do not get that shit.
Yeah, it's retarded. It's retarded. Like, for example, Days Gone has a more photorealistic look, but it doesn't have the technicalities that the State of Decay 2 is offering. You see what I'm saying? So State of Decay 2 as a game with gameplay is more technically advanced.
Yo, we're hearing a lot of feedback in the background. I don't know whose house it is, but we keep hearing like a little girl or some lady.
That's the kids.
Oh,
okay. Because we keep hearing a lot of that on the thing.
Oh, so I don't know. I mean, even though State of Decay didn't look photorealistic, quote unquote, I think it looks good. They gotta understand variation of gameplay as State of Decay. Days Gone don't have that. So, but regardless. And then obviously Spider-Man. I've played all the Spider-Man games. I just did a video on my channel to expose all the fake Spider-Man video game fans. The gameplay looks super slow. The combat's nowhere near as fast and robust as the other ones that I played before it. Unless it's because of the early build.
There's been a lot of people that would tell me the opposite. People that I've talked to that have PlayStation. No, it looked really good. I was like, yeah, but didn't it look slow to you? No, it looked incredible. I was like,
the next question you should have asked them was, oh yeah, did you play any other Spider-Man game on 360? They probably would have said no, and then that answers your question right there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point. And if you go look at their trophies and their gamer tag, believe me, they'll get exposed. I guarantee you, a lot of them haven't played it.
I asked a bunch of people on Bang Bang. They can show me a Spider-Man trophy. They just danced around the question.
Exactly, because they won't. I'll show you, because I beat both of them. So for me, it don't matter. I like to expose that way. That's just fun to me.
Shit, I bought Amazing Spider-Man 2 just the day before they pulled it off live.
Yeah, remember that they said that they weren't. Oh yeah, that's right. Because they took it off.
Yeah, that they were gonna pull it off. So I was like, oh well, you know what? Let me pick it up now.
Hey, why they took it offline?
Yeah, they took it off
because Sony owned the property.
Yeah, they owned the rights to the merchandising. They own the merchandising rights.
That's messed up, because I was gonna get that one, but I refused to pay that $59 for the Spider-Man game. I was trying to wait for it to go down.
It did go down. That's when I picked it up, Triple Cup. I actually picked it up the day before. They lowered it down, I think, $14.99.
No shit.
Well, Triple Cup.
That's what I picked up.
Yeah, well, Triple Cup. I'm around my area. I think a couple other guys, like mom and pop shops, they have it for like $20. If I can find it, I'll pick it up for you. And then talk to you, all right?
We exchange like that.
For sure.
I'm a Spider-Man, but I like Spider-Man, but I don't like him that much to pay $60 for him. I played a lot of them, but
I'll be honest, the game wasn't worth $60. It was rushed compared to the first one. The first
I mean, it's still early though. It's still an alpha build. You know that game ain't coming out for at least another year and a half. Yo.
Well, I was trying to Kaleidoscope. Good thing that you said that. I was trying to point out to people that's the Marvel money, because Sony's going to market the game. They're going to market it, by doing commercials, putting out billboards in the stores, but they're not paying.
But Marvel's distributing it.
Huh? Yeah, when you say Marvel, it say Marvel on it. Say
Marvel. They're distributing it also? Well, it's Marvel money.
It's a Marvel Spider-Man.
That's the only game I can honestly tell you that it's probably going to be quality, because Marvel's not going to bring something out or pay for something that's going to be trash. They're not going to do it. So I can honestly say that's the only game that's probably going to come out fully polished, is what I'm trying to say, without no problems from what I'm seeing on their side. I mean, it looked entertaining, but it's a lot of QTEs and a lot of the same old combat, just more refined with the new graphics. So, all the people that talk shit about Rise, it's only QTEs, when that was far from it. That wasn't true. Now it's a different story because it's exclusive. Oh, well, the truth always comes out, and we can prove how we've been saying it all along, that these guys are phony, and we've been saying it for the longest time, and they always prove us right because they show their true colors. So
MMO that's coming out on the 20th.
The what?
As a matter of fact, let me clear something up real quick. As far as Spider-Man, Sony doesn't have rights to it. The ones that have video game rights is actually Disney. Disney's the one that
No,
has
I'm
video
talking
game
about
rights to the
merchandising.
license.
Merchandising. That's what.
Yeah, they
have.
got merchandising, but it has nothing to do with video games, though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. But
So
that's
then
why
for
they
like
still
the
have
new
that
video
hold.
game, Disney ended the license with Activision. They just
Right.
didn't renew the license with Activision.
Yes.
That's what it was.
That just got to
Right.
do with the deal with the Spider-Man movie, and that I was just kind of
Exactly. That's why they
combine
fucking
together.
had to take them down.
Yeah. So
Right,
Sony,
right.
Sony pull one of the slick moves.
The mudslinging, like always. They've been doing this
Yeah.
forever. We know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thought. That's my thought. I mean, I think.
Well, what was your standout game? You still haven't gotten to your standout game.
Well, damn, it's just hard to pick because I really like that Last Night, and I really like Anthem. I'm torn apart. Can I pick two? Can I pick one indie and one AAA?
You could only pick one. No. Only one. Only one can rule them all.
Well, then I'm sorry. It has to be Anthem just because of the technical advancement and what it's showing us what the future can hold for us. Like, it's just going to get better and better from here. Anthem was fucking jaw-dropping.
All right. So we have two on the panel that went for Anthem. One went for Last Night, and one went for Super Mario Odyssey.
That's another good pick.
Triple Cup just came into the mix. Know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a little bit late to the party, but it's all good. Triple Cup, introduce yourself, and then let people know what your overall thoughts for the E3 and what's the standout game that was head and shoulders above the rest.
All right. Appreciate y'all for having me out here, sending me a link on hopping in late and stuff. But you know what I'm saying, I'm up. Appreciate y'all having me out here. This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And my
Welcome home, buddy.
Appreciate you. Hey, my standout game. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's complaining about E3, they need to sit down. What I was thinking about with the E3 is my overall look. I watched Sony, I watched Microsoft, I watched a couple of them. I did not look at Nintendo's at all. I just really had no interest in it. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? And then there was so much going on. I was just tired, and they just went unwatched. But with Microsoft, it was like mind blowing, like, you know what I'm saying, a nuclear bomb hitting the ground, and you see the big mushroom cloud and the explosion because it came on just hitting game after game after game. At first, they came in, you know, they did the Xbox One X, they, you know, gave it a name, and then it just combo like a super ultra off of Killer Instinct. It was just like they were just going back to back to back to back to back, and I had to watch it twice, and I still ain't catch it with all the games. You know what I'm saying? It was just so much that just kind of hit my mind. Then I was looking at Sony's E3, and what I was saying about Sony E3 was, I mean, I know everybody heard this term, you know what I'm saying, it was a remake from last year, but what can you expect? You know what I'm saying, all the games they put out for the first 3 years was remasters anyway, so of course the E3 had to come out with a remaster of the E3 sooner or later, and that's what we got, or pretty much a remaster. And a lot of people thinking a lot of them games coming out next year in 2018. I kind of beg to differ, because if you look at Sony track record, they were putting out like one AAA a year around the beginning of the year, and every year they just kind of dragged the other ones along, like with the Uncharted and, you know what I'm saying, so on. Before it was always just one came out. So either God of War, Spider-Man, or Days Gone. One of those three games is gonna slip into 2019. And I mean, that's just my thoughts, just a quick thought of it, because I don't think they're gonna put all those games out, because they never put that many AAA games out in 1 year. It's always been one, you might see two, but they ain't gonna put 3 of them out. I mean, that's just my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, just keeping my expectations in check about, you know what I'm saying, what Sony track record is. And you know what I'm saying, like I said,
I mean, you got a PS4, so
yeah, and that's what I say about Nintendo's. I didn't much watch Nintendo's, but when I was looking about like Nintendo, I don't really have too much bad to say about it. I look like Nintendo, like the gateway drug. Like, you know what I'm saying, people like smoking weed, they say weed, the gateway drug, that's Nintendo. Before, because he's always the kids and stuff like that's the gate, you know what I'm saying, to start you out for gaming. It's not no really gaming system, so that's why I don't really bother with them, because I'm bad that, you know, PlayStation to me is like, let's say crack, cocaine. Okay. And Xbox is that heroin, you know what I'm saying, that good 100% pure heroin, because when you get a taste of that, you can't leave it. You ain't no going back, you there. So that's how I kind of look at that. But you know what I'm saying, I pretty much enjoyed the whole thing, and people was talking about, like, you know what I'm saying, the Xbox show 42 games just back to back to back, you know what I'm saying, and people say, oh, someone was time exclusive and this type of exclusive, and you know what I'm saying, debut exclusive and stuff like that.
None of them was time exclusive.
Right, but that's the only thing
I don't understand. Because the reason they say that, because some of the games said console launch exclusive, but Phil actually explained what that was. It's just that those
This
PC
is launching.
devs decided to put the game on Xbox One first, and those games just happen to be on PC. Now, whether
Right.
those PC devs want to bring those games over to PlayStation, that's another story.
Yeah.
Because there
Right,
is
right.
no confirmation that they will ever actually come out on PS4. The reason they
Right,
went
they
to
could
over to
just-
Xbox is because of the power that the promise of what Project Scorpio promised. All right, so that's why they got Black Desert on fucking Project on the Xbox One X. Just
Right,
wanted to
but then
clear
it was
that
easy
up.
to and it was easy to push over. So
It's just like the
they gonna get a
Japanese
lot of-
games on the PS4. Just like the Japanese games on the PS4. They put them on the PS4 because it was easier to achieve the 1080p resolution. So guess what?
Right,
The
right.
PC heads are the same way. It's like, you know what? It's easier to do things on the Xbox One X. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Just a little fun fact that Black Desert is really demanding on PC for what I've
Yes, it is. Every build that I've seen prior looked like ass
Right.
compared to what I saw on the Xbox One X.
Yeah, it's very demanding in that.
Xbox, the Xbox is giving the PC a run for its money. That's what it's doing. So all them PCs out there,
Battlegrounds look good. I saw Battlegrounds.
Yeah, you seen some of the builds on PC for Battlegrounds, Joe?
Battlegrounds.
Arc looked good.
Yeah, I saw Battlegrounds. It looked good. It only had like 2 of them that you can use, and I was like, I ain't finna get on that. I knew 2 guys played it for an hour, and it looked pretty good.
That shit looked good shit. So anyway, yo, Chuck, finish up what you were saying.
Okay, yeah. But my overall thing about it was the only thing when I was looking at it from a customer perspective, as in what I'm actually seeing overall is Microsoft sold 42 games I could play within the next 12 months. Regardless of anything else, I know I could play these games. So everybody could talk all this other stuff that I've been hearing on Twitter, which, you know what I'm saying, everybody that's seeing the stuff that's going on Twitter. I'm like, well, it don't matter. I got 42 games I know I'm be able to play in the next 12 months. That's damn near guaranteed that I could be able to play this many games. But anyway, though, my overall game that I'm gonna shoot a little bit different. And the reason why I'm saying this here, because to me it was more of a sleeper hit that kind of hit me with a wow factor that I really did not expect. You know, when somebody sucker punch you, that's what this game did me. That's what this game. I mean, when it says it sucker punch me, and it was that Need for Speed. And the reason why I say that because Forza, everybody know Forza is the champ of race cars. Ain't nothing messing with Forza.
Bottom line.
You ain't nothing you could do. But what I liked about with Need for Speed, they recognize and they know their place. They know they know they can't compete with Forza. So they in a whole different putting themselves in a whole different category and making more of a Fast and a Furious type of action-packed game. They making an adventure race car game more or less than a racing game. So they taking themselves out that category because they know better than they can compete with Forza, because Forza will blow anything out the water. Forza so bad it made a whole nother company pull their game off on stage. Now you can't tell me you got to be bad to be able to do something like that. You got to be bad when you the one that could showcase cars before they come out on the lot, before anybody else see them. You gotta be bad. So when I say that was my sleeper game of the year, that Need for Speed, it was just because it was just an action pack, and it was like when they say, "Oh, Need for Speed coming out," I was like, "Oh, another Need for Speed." But then when I seen it, I was like, "This might be an action adventure game that I might could sit back and play and enjoy just for the thrill of it more than just a race car game." To me, it's just the whole taking itself out of the category.
You got good praises on the show from E3. Got good praises. Everybody that played it said it was good.
It looked amazing. I can't find it. It did really look.
No, they had it. I saw. I didn't play it. They had it there. I didn't play it though.
All right.
I could have played on the Xbox.
I just hope it ain't too on rails.
All right. Well, it still looks good. It gave me vibes of like the Need for Speed on PS2. You know what I'm saying? Where the cops will be chasing you all over the place. Yeah, it reminded me of that old school game, man. That old school flavor, but for next gen.
Right. That's what they need to be at. That's their lane. That's what they need to drive that lane.
Their lane. That's exactly their lane, yo. It's like they just went back to the essence of what their games were. Because that last one, man, I won't even say too much about the last one. Fuck it, let's just leave it at that.
Hot shit.
Exactly. That's what it was. Hot shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, my overall thoughts for E3, you know what I'm saying? I mean, besides, them showing off Need for Speed right out the gate, Then Phil comes out on stage, talks about the games that he's bringing. Then he starts showing all the different games. And then, you know, every game that they kept showing, it just kept blowing my mind, from the indies to the triple A's, the Water and Sea of Thieves. My gosh, yo. Anthem, and I'm a big fucking sci-fi gearhead, yo, and fucking Anthem was like right up my fucking alley, man. My jaw just dropped when I saw Anthem. I mean, just the draw distance, ridiculous, yo. But that one game though that stood out for me at E3 was the Last Night, man. That indie game, yo, the shit with pixels, the shit that E-Rock was feeling. Yo, that shit had that Fifth Element meets Blade Runner vibe. The music, dude, the music gave me fucking chills, yo. All right, I actually went and saw some extended gameplay on the shit, and I'm feeling the whole vibe, yo. These motherfuckers, what they did with pixels, all right, with pixels. They took, you know, people always talk about pixel this and pixel that. You know, you got your pixel counters over on the PlayStation side, you know what I'm saying? And these guys actually took the pixels and ran with that shit. It was like, oh yeah, that's always in the people always talking about pixels. Let's make them a game all about pixels and make it where they actually want to buy it. This shit looked fucking phenomenal, yo. I was like, wow, next gen. That was next gen to me. So some next gen shit. And that's another thing that impressed me about Microsoft C3. Their indie games are knocking the PlayStation 4 games out the water. They're blowing them out the fucking water. We got things like Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which looked fucking phenomenal. That game, The Last Night, The Artful Escape, even games that already came out earlier this year, Rise and Shine. All right, I mean, there's games that are so fucking artful. Ashen, Unruly Heroes, even that Shift game looking fucking trippy as fuck, man. And then some of those independent games, right? Indie games, ID at Xbox, they look like AAA games. Because if you factor in Black Desert, Path of the Exile, Black and White, yo, the bar is fucking pretty high on those fucking games. They just happen to be independent developers and publishers. That's why they're with ID at Xbox. So ID at Xbox doesn't just mean low-budget indies with 16-bit graphics, which is what they received on the PlayStation 4 for the first 2 years. All right? No, these are games that have original art styles. And talking about art styles, that's the one thing in the Sony conference that I actually started laughing my head off. Because Sony, they showed their conference, they showed 3 games right out the gate. Boom. The 3 games that they showed last year, right? They showed fucking the Uncharted, they showed the Horizon DLC, and then they showed the Days Gone shit. And then fucking John Layden comes out on stage, and he's like, tonight, I'm going to show you the art of gameplay. And I just fell out laughing. I was like, fuck, this dude's talking about art of gameplay. You just showed me 3 games in a row with motion capture. What fucking art of gameplay is you talking about? And then a lot of the segments, and at least from what I saw, from Uncharted to Days Gone, some of it seemed like it was on rails. So I was like, what I consider art was shit like Ori. You know what I'm saying? The Last Night. You know what I'm saying? The Artful Escape. Those are things that, just the art alone fucking draws your attention. It's not something that's motion capture. Anybody can motion capture anything and make it look like that. All right? If they took fucking State of Decay and they motion captured it, it would look like Days Gone because it's motion capture. But guess what? These games are hand drawn. All right, which is a little bit, I tend to enjoy that shit just for the simple fact I draw myself. Right, so I can understand and I can appreciate the art direction that these games take. Now, a lot of those games on Sony stage, don't get me wrong, they look good. They look good for CG films and all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what really draws my attention. Because I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Uncharted 4 it looked incredible, but the story, the best one was still Uncharted 2. All right, so people, the graphics is better. Definitely, I can't take that away from nobody. That's the best looking Uncharted ever. But yet, the best story was still the 2. You know what I'm saying? That's the trippy thing. And that's actually a fact in my book. Now, I'm not sure if everybody agrees with me, but that's on them.
People still playing Uncharted? People still playing Horizon Zero Dawn? I ain't heard that.
No, they ain't playing it no more.
I ain't heard that in a minute. I ain't heard that shit.
2 was a real fleshed out story. The 4th one feels like they had to kind of harbor in the story, and press.
Want to know why that is, though? Want to know why that is? Why the 2 was the best one? Because that's the one where Amy Hennig had total control. All right. Because in the 3, that's when Neil Druckmann became co-director of the series, and they got into issues, him and her, during the 3. And for the 4, they booted it to the curb. Okay. That's the reason 2 was the best one.
To go pick her up. She got a job yet? I can call. I got, you know.
Yeah, she got a job. She
She
working for EA.
EA.
She
Yeah, she
working
doing
with
the Star
EA. They
Wars.
doing the Star Wars game, son. That shit is gonna be sick.
Shit.
She's doing the Star Wars game with these guys. The guys that did Dead Space. That's who she's doing the Star Wars game with.
I think Microsoft gonna get the marketing rights for that one though.
Oh, they might. They might.
You know, but I'm gonna put this way. I learned this. Everybody's saying FIFA going over, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if Microsoft still have the same power at EA like that because you know, old boy left. You know what I'm saying? He used to be head of Microsoft. He went to go manage a soccer team. I guess he wanted to go back home. I guess he got homesick of the States shit, but I got people throwing, oh, we got FIFA. I don't play that shit. I could download FIFA 17 through EA Access. I still ain't done it yet. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. They're talking about the marketing for FIFA? That's what they're talking about?
Yeah. But I'm like, when you saw a place, Xbox guy, like, hey, FIFA.
Well, you should just tell them. You should just tell them, though, yo, Mo, you should just tell them, but it's going to look better on the One X.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? I like how the new president from EA came out and said, yeah, we loving the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
That's why they're to me is they're trying to show Anthem is going to be, hey, this is what you can do on here, and hope the industry come over with it. They want the industry to come over with them, but I know they want to try to cater to PlayStation a lot.
Nah,
they got to, you know, they got to be independent. I know it's a business. It's always business. Ain't never personal. It's always business. Ain't.
I think it is kind of personal though, 100.
Well, that's why I get personal in my videos. That's why I get personal.
I'm talking about with Sony and EA. I think EA really is pissed off at Sony.
Really? Why? Why do you think that?
That's why Sony shooting no EA games because it knows it's gonna look better.
Right. Yeah. No, I think it's that and the fact that EA pissed off at Sony because Sony went over EA head and went straight to Disney and got the marketing rights for that Battlefront. I mean, just think about it. If you're a corporation and somebody try to go over your head. You don't think you gonna feel some type of way? Why you think they strictly just coming straight out saying it's gonna look better on the X? They ain't holding nothing back. They ain't cutting no corners. They don't care about none of the marketing deals. Yeah, they really going in on Sony. Like I don't care what they think.
Sony went behind their back.
I think it's perfect. Right. I mean, that hold a lot of weight with people just in general, or in corporation that holds weight too. I mean, if you backstab somebody, you think they gonna be all right with you, even if it's money. I mean, EA is a multi-billion-dollar corporation as well. I mean, they got money. They ain't worried.
I thought that was shady though that they did go behind their back because if you think about it, EA was on Sony's side during the Dreamcast.
Move you knock that bottle over.
So go ahead.
You said Sony was on. Yeah, Sony.
That EA was on Sony's side during the Dreamcast era. You know how they didn't bring no fucking sports titles to the Dreamcast? That Sega basically had to come up with the 2K series. You know what I'm saying? That's because EA was in Sony's pocket back then. They were. You know, they held their hands. They held each other's hand back then. Oh, yeah. But now, Sony fucking went behind their back and stabbed them in the back, and EA is pissed.
I don't think it's no stab in the back because you couldn't. I don't think.
They done burned the bridge, though. They done burned the bridge, if you think about it, though. Because if you had an open conversation with them, and then you went over their head in order to get the rights to something?
Well, shoot, money talks and bullshit walks. Hey, and then like, hey, I own most of these I own almost all these characters. Actually, I allow other characters like Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver to go on a Fox name. Then they got deals with Fox. Well, just don't make them.
But they use characters.
You can have them. It's a character. But don't use them exactly how we use them. It just you know, we're like we both gonna make money.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more in the paperwork because like you were saying, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they like double characters just for the simple fact of they Magneto kids, so they make them property of X-Men, but at the same time they more standalone characters that make them property of, like, you know what I'm saying, Marvel. When they sold the rights, so it's like a double standard with those two characters. That's why one killed one and the other one killed the other one. Like Marvel killed Quicksilver and Fox killed Scarlet Witch.
Well, they didn't kill her. They just made her a little kid.
Yeah, no, they killed her. The little baby died.
When did she die?
And what? In the movies? We're talking about movie property. We're talking about comic book. None of them.
Yeah, in the movie property.
Okay, did Scarlet die? But you know what? A lot of that stuff ain't canon no more because they started over.
Yeah, no, because you know Magneto, he was holding her, and that's when they killed her.
Magneto,
no. You're confusing it. No. The Scarlet Witch is actually Quicksilver's little sister.
Yeah,
that's right. They twin.
All right. Remember, Quicksilver wasn't with Magneto. Magneto had married somebody else and had another daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
That was some other kid. That wasn't Scarlet Witch.
So that wasn't Scarlet Witch.
Is actually the little sister to Quicksilver. The little sister.
Yeah. In that universe, Scarlet Witch is somewhere else. You ain't met Scarlet Witch. Only reason you know about Quicksilver because Wolverine messed up the timeline.
I mean, she's there. She's just a little kid. She's only like 8. So what they did was they switched her age. And then in the Marvel universe, they killed off Quicksilver and just stayed with an adult Scarlet Witch.
Right.
Yeah. So they're trying not to intertwine.
You know, it's another thing that Sony did that was pretty fucking mudslingy or pretty anti-consumer. And they were like, oh, well, we don't need backwards compat. Yeah, here they go and show a Shadow of the Colossus remastered, right?
I know.
That looked, which I found out today, is using actually the same assets from the original game. It was just they put pudding and frosting and all kinds of stuff on top of it to make it look prettier. They didn't add none of the Colossus that they had taken out in the extended cut that was supposed to be out before originally. And now they're charging $60 for the motherfucker, and it has no multiplayer component as well. And this is why Sony don't want to give you the backwards compatibility. They can keep profiting from their customers from all those games that hold that dear heart, a part of their heart that they're so stuck with that they don't want to let go. That's another grimy thing I think they did. I'm glad they did it so motherfuckers can see why.
No, what's even grimy is that the guy is making that statement and Wipeout just dropped.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. And I'm like, how the fuck is he talking about they don't want to play old games when you just remastered the Wipeout collection?
Yep.
Do you know why? Sony feels they can do this? Because they know their audience.
They know they're gullible. Yeah.
Those offices, wherever the fuck, and be like, these motherfuckers are dumb. Okay.
Like, oh my God, I'm crying. Shadow of the Colossus remaster looks beautiful. I'm paying for it. They want.
And these PlayStation people will go out there and defend this shit and tell you that you're crazy for wanting to hold on to your entire Xbox collection since the OG Xbox, and you get to play it again. You crazy, but we're running to go buy Wipeout and buy Jabbar. You buying Shadow of the Colossus? Yep. PlayStation Nation, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Morons.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be feeling the power this holiday season because that was my biggest takeaway from the commercial. When all the ponies was galloping in the background, I was like, oh shit, they running out the stables, yo. They running out the stables.
The shit is crazy. The shit is crazy, but I'm like, if you want to buy it, but they don't really buy it. They rent, you know what I'm saying? They red box their game.
Well, yeah. I mean, what was the name of that dude? Escobar, whatever the fuck that he got into it with.
Oh, man. They wanted, man. Yeah. He was on last night.
He is talking about The Last Guardian. He has The Last Guardian. This fool only plays multi-plats.
More respect.
Oh, no. Right? Alex got on last
and night. This dude played it, and this man fucking talking shit. All he's doing is talking shit because he never fucking played the game, telling that He-Bot is wrong.
Look less impressive than the Shadow of the Colossus remake. Think about that. And that took 9 years.
I put this way, they gave like I said, I didn't know until somebody hit me up. They was like, Alex, tell next gen that you in. I'm like, no, so I get in this listen because I was working. I get in and listen. I'm like, fuck Alex, that's me. I don't give a fuck about that bum. And they let him have it. They gave him the business. He was retracting. I'm saying with next gen, so you got to have that Vaseline on your eye because you got cut. You didn't get knocked out.
That one-on-one with He-Bot, he ran.
Wow. He got to do it. He ain't number a troll. That's a troll.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know the dude personally. I don't know nothing about him, but I listen to what he talk about. He do a lot of contradictions. Everything he say, he'll contradict himself quickly. He'll say, "Oh, I don't care nothing about the power no Xbox X. It don't matter to me. I ain't worried about the power. I'm worried about the games." He'll like, "Why you on?" Then they'll say something about the regular PlayStation. Why y'all got the PlayStation? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I want the best games. That's why I got the PlayStation. Like, how could you say you don't want the X when the X gonna have the best game, but you said that you wanted the regular PlayStation when the PlayStation had the best game? You contradicting yourself when you talk. And then when somebody tell you something or try to give you a good point, you got to try to go to caveman language just to try to piss somebody off. You know what I'm saying? His wordplay is too simple, and he probably try to play you like the little. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. No, you didn't. Yeah, I did. I'm like, man, them kid games, man. That's why you can tell the difference between a PlayStation player and an Xbox player. It's a whole different category of people.
A whole different category. And the thing that's crazy about it, is if you're a PlayStation fanatic, you cool. You can hype the brand however you want. You good. Make your little surveys, talk whatever you want to talk about. But if you're an Xbox fan, you are a corporate slave. You are an Xbox. All of this crazy shit. And it's crazy that these video games, because we all do YouTube for fun and we all game because it's a hobby. But some people take this shit seriously. Some people take this shit like to extremes. So that's why every day watching this whole situation with the announcement of the Xbox One X, watching everybody lose their mind over it, it's been almost surreal because it's like y'all knew this was coming. Y'all knew that sooner or later consoles were going to get more powerful. But now because it's Xbox, we didn't need this power. It's just bizarre.
It's want to know what it is that they've been salty for like 2 generations prior. Because when the OG Xbox came out, there was nothing on the PS2 that matched any of the games that were on the OG. And then when the 360 came out, they were touting the cell processor because that's what Sony sold them. Oh, this is the most powerful processor on the planet. The shit comes out, and all the multi-plats played like trash. All right, the only games that were good were actually just the first-party games. All right, and then the 360, even though it was underpowered on paper, it was able to do games that you couldn't do on a PS3. You couldn't do Gears of War on a PS3, but the PS3 didn't have enough RAM. There wasn't enough memory in the motherfucker. The reason the 360 had 500 gigs of RAM and whatnot was because Epic Games requested that. It was like, yo, we need more RAM. All right, if we want to get these textures in, we need more RAM. And Microsoft abided by them. They was like, all right, bet, we're going to help you out with that. So that's 2 generations where they were salty as hell because all these games was looking incredible on an Xbox platform. And then when the Xbox One came out, you know, Sony this time around went to the devs on what they wanted. They pulled off a whole bunch of off-the-shelf parts, and they sold that line that everything was going to be 1080p 60. Now, did it pan out that way? We know that shit was bullshit, right? Because none of their first-party games were 1080p 60. There might have been some third-party, but definitely wasn't no first-party games running at 1080p 60. But yet they bought in hook, line, and sinker. They bought in hook, line, and sinker. They were sold on the hype.
Too at the last minute, too.
But not for nothing. 1080p 60 with bad frame rate. What does it matter? That's so good.
And then, meanwhile, the Xbox One was putting out games like Rise, Son of Rome at launch at 900p. It wasn't 1080. And that shit looked better than the fucking launch of all the titles on the PlayStation 4. It looked better than Killzone to me, and that was at 1080p. It looked better than that, and that was at 1080p. It looked better than all the games that was on the PlayStation 4 launch. And I'm like, damn, and this is an underpowered console? You know what? Sony's full of shit. These motherfuckers are full of shit, yo. And these people are so gullible that they swallow it. And then they did the surveys that first year, where they sent out the surveys in order to let people know what was the reason you bought a PS4. And everybody kept answering, more power, more power, more power. Well, guess what, man? Once Phil took office, he started listening. He's like, y'all want power? We're going to give you power. All right? And we're going to make it so easy for devs that devs are going to want to do games for us. And you already saw the PC devs all jumping over to the Xbox One X, right? Because they know it's easy to port things over, easy to port their assets, easy to attain those 4K resolutions, right? How come none of these PC devs touched the PS4 Pro with a 10-foot pole? Because they knew that shit was half-assed, all right? That was a slight minor upgrade, All right, because if the PS4, the vanilla one, has 4 gigabytes of GDDR5, how the fuck is the Pro gonna have the same thing? It still has 8 gigabytes of GDDR5. I said, you're giving me the same shit all over again? And it has no 4K Blu-ray player HD playback? Wow. No wonder y'all kept it at $400 this shit. There's nothing in the fucking box. I think it's overpriced. That shit should be costing $300. All right, for the stuff that's in that box, it's not worth no fucking $400. It never was worth $400. Because I've seen enough of the games on the vanilla PS4 and on the Pro in order to fucking make up my mind, like, you know what? That's a waste of money. Right? That's a waste of money. I'll just probably get a PS4 when that shit's 20. When it's like 200 and shit, I'll probably pick that bitch up. But I ain't gonna get a Pro. All right, now the 1X, I see the fucking value in that. I see the draw distances in those games. I've seen the draw distances in Ark Survival Evolved, which is twice what's outputting on the PS4 Pro. All right, and they're doing it at 60 frames on the Xbox One X, but it's only going to be 30 frames on the Pro. All right, so I'm seeing a quantum shift as far as gaming. All the PC devs, they're all going to be jumping to the Xbox One X, people. While on the PlayStation, guess what? It's already too late because y'all had the Japanese games for a minute, but guess what? They're also jumping over to the Xbox One X, all right? Because fucking Monster Hunter World, Cold Vein, all the deals that Phil got in place over there in Japan, all the games that he still hasn't shown off, that mysterious game that's supposedly being done by Team Ninja that everybody keeps alluding to, that is Ninja Gaiden 4, which we'll find out if that's true eventually. I mean, dude, these people is on a whole nother fucking level, man. But let's go on to something else, though, man. The way you put it out, E-Rock, there are a whole bunch of weirdos on YouTube. And supposedly, I actually saw a couple of videos you put up lately where you've been going at it. You've been going at it with Black Bomb, right? People know who that fool is. You know what I'm saying? The guy is a fucking social reject, man. He's a mental reject, as a matter of fact. The guy has issues, all right? I mean, he just like stalking people. He's a person that loves to stalk men. All right, he's basically a closet fag and shit, but he doesn't want to come out the closet. I told him before, in this day and age, yo, they finally made it legal so you could finally marry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he should do. He should get his fucking butt buddy and shit and get married and just stop the shit, man. Why is you trying to put on a facade? You know what I'm saying? Just by the way you talk, we already know your ass swings the other way. You know what I'm saying? Just by the way you talk. All right? You're not trying to hide anything. People know my cousin talks just like you, and he's gay. I mean, he's full-blown gay. He admits it. It took him years to admit it, though. I got to tell you that, though, because he ain't admitted right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've known since he was like 5. You know what I'm saying? But that motherfucker, it was like 28. He was 28 years old, and he still hadn't come out the closet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Black Bond, son, you need to come out that damn closet, yo. But I want to hear from E-Rock, yo. What's the situation you was coming across with this fool on YouTube?
Okay, here's the situation. I made a video Monday. I can hear somebody's TV or something in the background. Who is that?
I don't know. It might be what. It might be one.
Oh, I made
Ain't no TV on.
Oh,
it's probably the kids. You can hear sirens and everything. Oh, well, he live in LA, yo.
Oh yeah, you can hear all that shit.
I made a video basically for the Xbox community, for my Xbox brothers, about how I was disappointed in the Xbox community's reaction to our E3, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And as always, you always get the response from PlayStation guys in a fucking Xbox video. You get responses from the PlayStation guys. So Black Bond comments in the section, and I'm trying to concentrate because whoever's voice it is amplified. I get in the comment section is Black Bond, and so I've had a few interactions with the dude before. I never thought too much about him. I always thought it was, weird that he had a sort of a lisp when he talks. But I mean, that's everybody now. That's most folks nowadays. So you can't place anything on that. So anyway, Black Bond comes into my comment section, and he's like, "Well, you're typical Xbox."
One second, E-Rock.
Yeah,
You're 100. 100. Can you mute your mic for a second?
Yeah,
we hear the little girl in the background like that. We could hear.
No, little bombs. Let me say. Go in the living room.
Well, I'm not making.
Go in the living room. We can hear, pick at everything. Go in the living room.
Anyway, how this how this all started. Xbox, I mean, what's his name? Black Bond comes into my comment section,
Yeah.
and he's on his usual shit about how Xbox, all you guys are social rejects. All these guys, especially him, needs to see is the words X and box, and they get on their soapbox. So he calls me a racist because everybody knows that I've said some. If you want to take the word Jap as being racist, fine. You know, I've said some, I guess, things that could be construed as racist. I'm not a huge fan of the Japanese video game development community. I'm not a huge fan of PlayStation. So if you know this, and if you know I'm a pro Xbox guy, you might need to stay the fuck off my channel. So Black Bond comes into my world and leaves these comments in my comment section, and we start this little comment war. Okay, his comments, his usual response. Man, I make all of this money and I got all of these women and I go on vacations and my mom's got a $500,000 house and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just shooting him down with wit, having fun because I always have fun with the people in my comment sections. He-Bot could tell you this. It's one of the things I do. I enjoy it. I thrive off of it. Normally, my battles in the comment section with these losers and lunatics that come to my YouTube channel take about maybe a day, a few hours. This nigga Black Bond has been stalking me since Monday. Since Monday. Now I think I did the math on it. That's over 86 hours. 86 hours in my comment section, but just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so it got down to a situation where I said, look, man, look, I could tell by just your rap, just by how you're talking, that you don't get any pussy. I could tell by your rap how you're talking that you're obviously young, at least in your 20s, because nobody in their 30s, no G tells you I'm making money, I got women. That's usually rap that a younger person has. So that's when I began to notice something's off. Then the next day, yesterday, this motherfucker's like, well, I want to see what women you got. Send me some pictures. I'm like, I'm not sending you no fucking pictures. I'm a grown ass man. Nigga.
I know, right?
I'm not sending you no motherfucking pictures.
This dude a stalker, yo, man. What kind of shit is that? Send me your pictures.
I said, well, we can settle this. We can settle this since you obviously got this bone that you, this bone that you want to pick. We can settle this at a venue of your choice. We could either do a Google's Hangout. I'll find a neutral moderator, plenty of them, and we could discuss whatever you want to discuss. Or I could come on Weapon Wheel Podcast and we could settle it there on your turf, around your homies, where the advantage is on you. Okay, since that's what you want, I'm going to send you an invite. A few minutes later, well, I'm not going to send you an invite until you send me a picture of your women. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? You're flip-flopping just like your motherfuckers was flip-flopping 2 months ago.
Stalker, yo. Why does he want your personal shit, yo?
Exactly. And as grown men, the four of us here, five, as grown men, why would you send any of your personal information, pictures, you and your girlfriends, you and your wives, you and your kids, to be fodder for some fucking weirdo? So after hearing this,
even know personally,
yeah. Now, I know some of you out there saying who've seen the comments, and if you could stand reading through 146 of them, about 80 of them are Black Bonds. Out of 146 comments, about 80 of them are Black Bonds. If you could stand reading through them, they're very hilarious. But you'll see that there's a different kind of mindset going on there. And I couldn't put the pictures, I couldn't put the whole thing together. And hold on, guys, because this is going to lead into a whole other conversation. I couldn't put the whole thing together, but on day 4 of this stalking, that's when I realized this motherfucker's unhinged. Completely unhinged. What man stalks another man for 5 days? Oh, well, I'm going to clown you because you're racist. I think what happened was that second day, I clowned him so hard in the comment section, he got mad and just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming.
Yeah, that's what it is. Bro.
And after reading Black Bond's comments and seeing how unhinged he is, I understand now, if you notice, his audience that comes to his defense are usually 13 and 14-year-old PlayStation kids who for some reason he attracts that kind of warped mindset because he himself is a child. Now I had no beef with this guy. He is on a very successful podcast, the Weapon Wheel podcast. Say whatever you want to say about those guys. They're very successful. Kid Smooth, Off and On, Jack Move, Johnny, other guys. It now amazes me, Bone. It now amazes me, guys, that this unhinged dude is on this podcast and BG is just like looking the other way. So I do a little extra digging. And I'm not going to name any names here. I'm not going to put anybody on the spot. I wouldn't do that. But there's people who I know who I deal with in my circle who have dealt with this guy before, who knows this guy from back in the old days, who knows that his name is Ryan. It's not Black Bond. We all got alter egos. His name is Ryan. Who knows that this job with a suit and tie he brags about? I go to work with a suit and tie. I go to work in a suit. This motherfucker's a cashier, either in North Jersey, or if we could pick a point of North Jersey, I would say Newark. Okay. This guy's a cashier. And the whole Lisp thing, now look, I don't have a problem if you're gay. This is 2017, and we're moving into a new era. But something should have became apparent to me when a man stalks another man for 5 days. So come to find out through information, I'm not going to name any names. This guy had a picture online years ago of him at a baseball game with another guy, a Phillies game, oddly enough, which creeps me out that this caterpillar eyebrowed picket fence tooth creeper is just miles from me, possibly. But this dude was at a baseball game with another guy. Now, Kaleidoscope. Am I making any of this stuff up? Is any of this information at least partially correct?
No, you're actually 100% accurate, man.
I now realize that I made a mistake, and I kind of feel some kind of way, guys. That because you know me, we all, everybody in this podcast are grown men, and when somebody comes at us, we come back at them. That's just how we are. That's just how we hardwired. But now I feel kind of bad because I did not know that this dude was unhinged. I did not know that he was a gay man.
Well, you feel like you're wasting time.
Just tell him to come out the closet and stop lying. And leave you alone.
Retarded.
Yeah.
Like literally, he mentally, like, you know, saying that 100%. He's saying, like, you know, it's unhinged, meaning he mentally retarded, stupid.
I did not know that because on his videos he comes off so smooth and so meta and so. But I mean, guys, if you go to my comment section and see that unraveling, it was like having a conversation with a kid. It was bizarre. Yeah. As it was unraveling in front of me, I couldn't stop because.
How many LOLs did he tell you?
Oh man, every conversation. Oh, you're from the hood, and I have a nice house and I have money. Lols. I have a job with a suit and tie. Lols. I get women and I have fine drinks and lols. First of all,
well, this is the type of mindset that he has, though. This is how mentally unhinged he is. That he thinks that he wins the conversation by who puts the most lols in their comments. All right. He thinks that's how he wins conversation. Dude, I got into him. I mean, I got so far up this motherfucker's ass when we was at war with each other. It was fucking ridiculous. I even recorded a video the day prior on Christmas Eve, and I put it up on Christmas Day, Christmas morning, just to fuck with him. That man was in my comment section the entire fucking day, writing essays. And I'm over here chilling with my family, drinking, getting fucked up, and looking at the messages every now and then just to laugh. All right, just to laugh.
But but we're the social rejects. Do you see how crazy is that? How crazy is that everybody else is a social reject except this guy who's been stalking another man?
A bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds. They're gullible. You know what I'm saying? They're like sponges.
Well, why do you think BG allows this? Does he know? Does he
I'll put it this way. It's making them money. They get a little bread now. They getting a little bread now. You know what I'm saying? They didn't solicit. I take the gloves off. I don't like none of them motherfuckers.
I feel you.
I don't on your side too. Well at all. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be a part of them, used to fuck with me, that's all you. I don't fuck with you no more. But people, they entertaining. They already know you're gonna get entertained by, you know what I'm saying, a nigga that's pulling dicks when he in
They
jail.
ain't real,
Never
they ain't
know, you
real
know what I'm
gamers.
saying?
They ain't real gamers.
You know what I'm
Kid
saying?
Smooth is the one that rage quits all the time if you beat him in Madden.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, it ain't all, you know what I'm saying, glory over there. But if they choose to deal with each other, that's on them. I don't watch their shit. But you know what I'm saying, according to Black Bond, me and Bond have been going at it since I've been sort of kind of, people know who the hell I am. I don't fuck with Ryan. Ryan know not to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying, I fuck with my, you got to mess with my Ryan mentally. You know, when he's doing them, when he's writing them novels, you know ignore it. He wants to go back and forth.
Yeah,
He's proven that he is the true social reject.
you're right.
So what you do is you pick and choose when you want to have your fight, and then you stop when you feel like it. See, I stopped after I said last night. I said, yeah, you know what? Still tell your mother she ain't my number one woman in the world no more. You know, since still I love her. You know what I'm saying? You see, he goes so far, and I ignore him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ignore him. When I said something to him, he replied in 30 seconds. That means what? That's amazing. And I'm sitting here playing. I'm sitting there telling my man, like, this nigga just implied. I just finished and hit send. It was ping back with a full, yeah, look at your corporate slave. And then he said, yeah, that's why type 4 print. I said, hey, Irish Car Bomb ain't did nothing to me. Now y'all talked about the Irish Car Bomb like a motherfucker. Now she on y'all team because she wearing your t-shirts. Nigga, fuck you too. No, I'm see, think about it is I don't feed into it. Like I said, I quit, all that back and forth is done with me. I'm gonna hit you once and I'm gonna hit you hard. So when I hit you up, I'm gonna drop that bomb. I'm gonna drop that hydrogen bomb that you saw on Terminator 2. It's gonna rip your skin off. I want to hurt you. I want to hurt your soul. That's why I don't want to hurt your mind. I want to hurt your soul. I want to make you feel like you less than a man. And I'm only gonna drop it once. You can make 25 other million videos about me. I'm not gonna respond.
Bone, dig this. And in all of the conversations and whatever we had back and forth, he never answered these questions.
Don't answer you directly.
He never said, I said, dude, when's the last time you had any pussy? He never answered that question. Now, guys.
No, the question, the answer is never.
Yeah,
right?
No,
he doesn't. He loves strudel. He doesn't like pussy.
Yeah, but he like man's butts. He has some. He like the man, but he like the Fleece Johnson. You remind him of Fleece Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You know, he don't want to come out and say he likes booty. You know, that's why him and Heartache get along, because they don't want to come out together and say they like booty. You know, Heartache, Heartache, man. Heartache, man. He told me he pulling strudel.
Jesus Christ!
Exactly. Up in prison, he was pulling.
Yeah, I heard it. He said that. That's something he said.
He said it. That's the thing. He actually came out and said it.
He said it on his own. Nobody.
He was like, if me and Next Gen was fighting, I'm gonna pull his dick. Say what?
Yeah, but no, he said he got into a fight in jail. He got in a fight in prison. He said, hell yeah, I pulled a man's strudel. I said, what?
Yeah,
and he said it on his own.
Guys, I'm out of the loop. I didn't know all this. Listen. To each their own. I didn't know all of this faggotry was going on these YouTube streets. I did not know. He would not answer the pussy question. And I mentioned, so dude, you're a cashier in Jersey, right, Ryan? Never answered it back. Stayed on his bullshit. I said, dude,
that's what you hit him with. Like, Ryan, I ain't playing today. That's all you got to hit him.
Say hi to your boyfriend for me. He never acknowledged. He never said, I'm not gay and I don't have a boyfriend.
No, he told me this. He said somebody made a fake account on Grindr.
Yeah.
That was somebody else. Come on. Why do you explain yourself? If you ain't going that way, what you explain yourself? You got to explain yourself to me.
I ain't know y'all got him in the podcast.
But
man. Hey, I heard it from word for word. It's not no mix. This ain't no Tango and Cash switching nothing up. None of that. This is straight up.
Trust me, when I was going at him, he was telling me that I was a 40-year-old virgin. I was like, yeah, I'll be sure to let my daughter know that.
That's the same.
I was like, no, it's all good. I was like, I'll be sure to let my daughter know that.
He always said these ball. He said, you know, he got me this bald head, middle age man. I say, yeah, but your mother loves me. And I said, if I'm gay, I said, if I'm so gay, shit, tell your mama to make a man out of me. See, you know what I'm saying? I'm strong. I'm saying I don't play with Ryan like that. I don't even call him Bond. I don't even know what I call him straight up Ryan. I don't call him Bond no more. But you know what? He's entertaining because he think about it, he wrote Stroville, USA. Him and Hardy.
Yeah.
You say
Okay.
something about him, he probably chopped up with this video tomorrow. Look at these middle-aged men, bald-headed men talking about me. Trying to talk to you, you ignorant bastard.
We want you. We want you to come out of the
What are you
closet.
doing?
We want you to come out of the fucking closet.
He ain't got to come out the closet. He ain't got to come out.
He's gonna stay in the closet.
He just got to tell. He's got. I told him, tell his pops. You know, what I'm saying that you just come on.
All around me, I see weirdo faces.
Yeah, tell your pops it's all right.
Hey, that's why opponents being on 4 legs. But they don't gotta be able to take.
But he's not even a pony. He's a PC extremist.
He's a PC
extremist. No, he's not a pony. He's a PC extremist. He ain't even PC master's race. He's PC extremist.
Yeah, he's a PC extremist, but he picked a dog in a fight. He's always going at the Xbox dudes. It's like, dude,
no,
stay in your lane.
No, he didn't went after the PlayStation guys. They like either side. That's why he ended up linking up with Mr. Mr. Ha Ha pulling dicks. You know what I'm saying? And he mixed up to they bosom buddies. That's why they probably wasn't at E3 this year because they went to go see each other. You know what I'm saying, at an undisclosed location, Atlanta. And you know what I'm saying. And like I said, I actually, to keep it real, I had a guy send me some stuff that didn't know was true out the blue again and said Mr. Hard 8 was taking his goodies in jail.
Oh gee.
So I asked a couple people like that follow Hard 8. I'm like, hey, what's Hard 8 Twitter? I sent this to Hard 8 and I said straight out, I said, I don't know if this is true or not. This man going around and saying that you was taking ass. I'm saying, and while you sitting there, he's a troll. I said, what did I say? Read the comment. I said, I don't know if this is true, but I'm letting you know this guy's going around saying this.
His reaction was a little bit animated.
My thing is, if it ain't true, I ain't gonna answer you. Especially if I really don't know who you are. So you know who I am, and you know I ain't the only one that probably didn't told you this. I was just respectful to telling you this. That you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? He said you was part of it. He was part of a game raping you, raped him. And I have a bit on Xbox. People like, you lying. I start sending it to people. I'm like, I'm not playing. Check my Twitter. But when I'm trying to inform you on something, don't get mad at me. But you see, Hard 8 don't come mess with me. You go send Bond. You know what I'm saying? You go send no Shadow Man and them nigga. I put that nigga.
Oh man.
Oh shit, that was priceless.
But anyway, basically, guys, to close this chapter on Ryan, the homosexual cashier.
Matter of fact, his name is Ryan Mallett.
Yeah,
his name is Ryan Mallett.
Yeah,
that's his government name.
Listen. Everything that I heard was true because he did not deny anything. He didn't deny anything, which is a dead giveaway. That wow, when a dude says that you got a boyfriend and you don't deny that shit, that's pretty fucking telling. But basically, to close this chapter out, guys, I kind of feel bad that I got caught up in his bullshit and wasted a week dealing with this tomfoolery. I know now to like Zaire said, whether you like Zaire or not, Zaire said years ago, he said, dude, motherfuckers in this YouTube gaming community are fucking weird. And I didn't know what the fuck he was saying. I heard Kaleidoscope say one time, dude, motherfuckers in this YouTube space are weird. And there it motherfucking is. I didn't know what he was talking about. But today I see it, man. 5 days of dealing with a fucking lunatic who needs to come out of the closet. And guys, I'm gonna tell you how I am. I don't give a fuck about I really don't give a fuck about this dude, but I hope that on his journey he finally comes out and gets out of this antisocial weird behavior of stalking men, because Jesus fucking Christ,
it ain't happening.
He's not gonna get out of it until he comes out of the closet.
I put it this way.
That's what happened when you point.
It's been times where I had said his name just in GP and it's blowing up. It's blowing up. Like he has like I'm like, you working for the feds? And he said, oh, yeah, corporate stuff. I'm like, I guarantee he gonna comment on this on him. I guarantee some of his gooneries, his little young goons gonna try to
his
do
13-year-old kids.
You know what I'm saying? Gonna try to do it. No, some of them are grown.
Some of them are grown.
Some of them are straight up grown.
That's even stranger than him. A bunch of grown motherfuckers following an in the closet gay dude. That's bizarre.
Well, shoot, they might be.
He might get a lot more subscribers if he actually comes out the closet, people. I guarantee you, man. This day and age, yo.
But you know, the weapon wheel is for the what you call it. The weapon wheel is it's like the free up on. You can get on anybody. You know what I'm saying? You see Jack move. I didn't even know about the Jack. Think about a lot of this stuff I be getting into when I be going into mixture with next gen, and I hear a whole lot of stuff. And people be knowing they got
next gen know all the tapes.
No, but they send stuff to him, and then we start talking, and maybe I got something, but I didn't understand what it was because sometimes I might be busy, and then we start colliding. We start putting our mouths together, like, oh, they talking about him. Like he told you this. We start putting stuff together, and then, like I said, he has history with them,
right?
So he can tell you right from wrong or wrong from right. He knows what they is. So he was like, man, you hear about this? I said, hear about what? I'm like, he was like, man, you know, the fraud is talking. I said, who? No, the fraud is over. I'm like, oh, I ain't hear nothing. They send that stuff to you. Don't send it to me. I don't care. And then start like, man, he can't come out, throw something, and then we crack because you know, we're still doing a show. So I'm gonna make it entertaining. But then if they don't care what they do, they can go somewhere. I ain't going back and forth. Like I said, I was just bored last night. And I said, oh, he messed with. I said, oh, you messed with the homie? Man, ain't he sit there super tight. Yeah, he might be. You need to be a secretary. Well, you know what I'm saying? He be typing.
And here's what's crazy, man. Had I known all of this, he bought and Triple Cup Chuck, I would have went to Kaleidoscope and Bone first. But see, I'm ignorant. I don't know. When Bone mentioned his name, this dude Black Bond Ryan, he quieted right the fuck up. He quieted right the fuck up. And one time he answered back in less than 29 seconds, which was really telling. But it was like, damn, Bone got motherfucking mind control over this nigga. So it's like, okay. So that's when I knew then that is this some other shit going on here? But hey guys, listen, lesson learned, man. Lesson learned. I know now to just like you guys said, just ignore this motherfucker, man, because he's crazy.
Yeah, I got a guy, Sony only, try to get at me all the time. He try to get at me, but I'm like most of the time I ignore it. You know, I have to learn how to ignore certain stuff. Now, I have one guy say something, I might just sit there for bored, like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, whatever. It's whatever happening. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat. What you do. Some people want to use. Some people want to kind of use. Like they think you got star power. I don't think I got no star power. Like you got control of people. I'm like, what I got control of people? You run a community. I don't run no community. I just speak my piece. I don't have no say so. Who get I don't. It's not like no Senate vote. We're not sitting there for to impeach somebody. I just said what I said that night. But you one of the leaders. Like leaders of what? We don't. We just had somebody get banged on because they said I'm crump size. So I said I'm gonna be the best. I started it. I might as well be the best out of it. I don't care. I don't have to sit there sitting with the specs. I'd have to learn how to. You know what? I have to be honey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if I know I got kids around and stuff, I'm trying not to cuss too much. But if I ain't got nobody, I'll go full-fledged. I'll use motherfucker as a noun, an adjective, a verb, a pronoun, and everything. I don't care. But that's a character, but that's not real life. And when people saw me in E3, they was like, damn, they ain't you. You know what I'm saying? That's not told you. I got parts of me in it, but that's just a character that I portray. So so that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing it just to, you know what I'm saying, to sit there and you see me, I'm hunted all day. See, these people live in their characters. See, some of these people get on YouTube, that's who they want to be in real life. And they look, everybody want to be YouTube stars. It ain't happening. I'm gonna tell you like this, ain't happening. When I tell people that, why you know what I'm saying, my old lady, well, I'm just telling you the truth, because I don't, you know what, truth hurts sometimes. I don't think I'm gonna be the next YouTube star, but I, you know, I just like to, you know, just to do that. If I can do that with Bone,
like games,
yeah, I do that, and I like games. You know, I like to play games. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just tell them thank you. You heard me? They say something negative, I'll just be like, appreciate it, thank you.
I didn't hit him. Oh man, I didn't hit him with a couple of them. Like, hey, you know what? God bless you and your family. What?
Hey, that's the killer there.
They've been having. If you can hit them, sometimes you hit them. See, my thing is I have to learn cerebral mind games. So to get feel, hit them where it hurts. Like, you know, they want to keep on, they want to write them novels. Let them write them novels. I'm like, and you might pop in every day and like, you ain't done. I didn't think you was John Wilder. What is John Wilder? You ain't never watched, you know, I'm an old person, you know, saying Romancing the Stone, you know, saying the Jewel of the Nile. You don't know who Joe Wilder is? You know, saying like, huh? Go look it up on YouTube, find out what John Wilder. I ain't no bitch. Yes, you is. That's what you're acting like now. Why you care? See, that when you start playing. Like I said, I was like E-Rock, don't feel bad. I was just like you. Anybody was on, I was on their head.
I am. I'm about to work for the other company. Can you send that to Sean?
I was on there. I was on straight their head. When I say I was on their head, I was straight on their head.
Yo, E-Rock, just be lucky though. It's just Black Bond. You haven't come across other people like one stop for ponies and shit.
Oh no.
I mean, fucking 100 went in on this motherfucker back in the day. Yo.
Wow.
I mean, I think the first video I ever saw about 100, yo, was the shit where he was getting at one stop, yo. That shit had me dying. Yo, but there's a lot of weird ass motherfuckers on YouTube, and even people in the Xbox community. We get bashed on by these fucking weirdos that are on YouTube. And one of them actually jumped ship, flip-flopped to the PlayStation community, which is a fraud, all right?
Wow.
Black Bond basically used to talk about this man all the fucking time, yo. We all know this. Everybody that's in this panel, he used to talk about shit about Wolf all the fucking time. Now he's over there pulling Black Bond's dick. Right?
Wow. Wow. Just give me wow.
Can
I get some of your YouTube subscribers?
Collider.
Yeah, that's exactly the way it went down, Chuck.
Mano, with all due respect, I have to head out because I have to go make my world tour today.
All right, well, actually, we're about to wrap it up, though. But I think there's not much else to say. So, if anything, everybody give their shout outs, yo. So give your shout outs, Heba.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure. A lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to soak in from all of these fine gentlemen. Go subscribe to each and every one of them. I don't have to say it because if you smart, you know better. And finally on YouTube on Hebot with capital H, lowercase e, capital B with space in between, lowercase OT. You can find me the same way on Hebot Powerful Gamer on Twitter and on Xbox Live, Hebot8, just with a space after the T and then an 8. I'm on intromedia.com and I'm on the World of Xbox on Facebook as well with my boy New Legal Felon gang over there.
Damn, it sounds like you on everything, yo. Is you on Snapchat too? Damn.
No, I'm just trying to give, trying to give a little bit of my wisdom everywhere, sprinkle it here and there, like on ice cream cones all over the place. I'm just trying. Good show, guys. Thanks again for having me on Collider. This is our show anyway. I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm getting yelled at. So the next one. Hopefully next week we can get all the other usual suspects that are missing.
Exactly. Have all the usual suspects in on this. But yeah, it was great having you on again as always, Ebot. And yo, go take care of your shit though, man. Understandable, yo.
All right, Ebot, you be cool, big homie.
Yeah, take it easy, Ebot. All right, so yo, Triple Cup, it was a pleasure having you on as well, man. Give out your shout outs and shit. Let people know where they can reach you at.
All right, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. You can find me on the Xbox, you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on YouTube going crazy at Triple Cup Chuck, Triple Cup, one word, then Chuck. On Twitter, it's XXX Cup Chuck. You know what I'm saying? The 3 X's for the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because we tripling up. But you know what I'm saying? I'll be on there doing my thing. You can find me here, all y'all my people. You can find me with Intro Media Gaming. You can find me, you know what I'm saying, right here at all the Xbox podcasts. You know, I dip and dab, you know what I'm saying, with all of us family. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with no these weirdos that I've been hearing a lot about. I've been trying to stay in my distance, but you know what I'm saying, the people y'all do see me with, it be 100 like 100, you know what I'm saying? So just let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, if you want to get at me, I'm here.
Good shit, yo. Good shit. Well said, man. Now, yo, Eva, once again, always a pleasure having your ass on, right? And we definitely did have to do this because, damn, man, I mean, some of these people are just damn weird. But still, E-Rock, give us your shout out to this shit, man. Let us know where you can reach you at.
Hey, man, you can always check my videos on YouTube. Check me out on Twitter at erock8150. It's always a pleasure to be on the DX show minus the. And, you know, wow, man, there's some weird motherfuckers out here, some psychotic motherfuckers out here who have support. So this is crazy. But I'm glad that everything got cleared up. And once again, like I said earlier, man, I hope that Toby, Black Bond, Ryan, whatever you want to call him now, uh, I release you, dude. I hope you find the closure you need to accept whatever the fuck it is you're going through, because the tapes were dropped tonight, and you can keep frauding and keep stunting all you want, but hey, listen, man, you got friends. People want to support you. If you want to be gay, be gay. Just stop stalking men. That's all. But I'm done.
All right, good shit, yo.
He said, they got a jet plane.
Yo, now 100. I know it sounds like that at 100 crib. So 100, let people know where they can reach you at.
Oh. Yeah, man, this is your boy 100, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I live by the airport. You know, you can hear it. I didn't think this Xbox might pick up everything. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you can catch me out on everything. Man, you can catch me out on Xbox. You know what? I think I can rock out all night. I got another Xbox in here, so I'm gonna put them little punks in the living room. Let them Minecraft and Roblox and all that other stuff. And man, you can check me on Intermediate, man. You can check me out, man, almost everywhere, man. Shoot, I guest host every shows when I feel like it. You might find me on Broadband Bullies with Next Gen, and we back in a second. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from Ryan Mallett. You know what I'm saying? He's unstable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pray for him tonight. Go check out the GRG podcast with K Megan. You know what I'm saying? Him, Delilah, Lady Infamous. Sponsorelli. I forget, man. Everybody's guest hosting tonight.
Oh shit.
Hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
On there tonight.
All day.
Yeah, all day. Possible Face Killer. You know what I'm saying?
Become the Possibility Killer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good shit, man. Me, for myself, well, y'all can reach me on YouTube at my channel, Collide Scope, or on Twitter at either DirectX-the or Kaleidoscope1. And once again, it was a hell of a fucking show. We all put in our input, you know what I'm saying? And we came to the decision, Microsoft had the best conference, people.
Yes.
They just did. All right. They just showed a sheer variety that was just mind-blowing, people. Mind-blowing. Now, if they would have done this on the Sony stage, all them ponies would have been beating their chest about this shit. Like, oh,
we had 43 games.
Yeah. But since it wasn't on their stage, the Microsoft conference was trash. Yeah, whatever, man. You basically had the same fucking conference you had last year, except remastered. All right. Either way, though, it was a pleasure. And as far as Xbox, keep it Xbox, In the words of Blazing Phoenix, keep it Xbox, people. Word up.
We out this matter.
Word.